All right, we're live.
We didn't even have no
no
countdown or
music,
anything.
No nothing. I
Just
forgot
hi.
to hit it. Hi, we're here.
Don't you have a theme song?
Oh,
No.
we do. We kinda. We got some stuff that they play for us that we can have. I forgot to hit that button. We're just going cold open.
Uh-oh.
Good
Did
Lord.
he have to go to the bathroom? Is that where he's going?
No. I had to get my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We're here. Welcome, everybody.
Chaos ensues as always.
Ensues. Yes. Nothing ever goes the way we want it to, but I think that's by design. For those that are new here and don't know this guy in the middle, his name's Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
James, Poncho, what's going on, guys?
What's going on? So, for those that don't know, we're just going to kind of do this kind of like an open mic night, but we're going to focus on nationals, what we do to get ready, what Mike does to get ready. We'll take your questions, plus any other general stuff that you guys want to ask. Anything else that is fun?
Should I be looking at anything here to see if there's anybody asking questions? Are you guys going to take care of that?
Well, we can kind of do both. So
yeah,
cool.
We'll just end up putting good questions and comments up there for everybody.
Start the timer. Miss Greta, Mr. Rich Allen, what's going on? Got up to 8 people already. Man, that was fast.
Now this is going across my channel too.
Yes, it should be.
My page.
Yes, it should be.
It's definitely across your Hot Wheels group TV or your Hot Wheels TV
group. Okay.
It's on there. Let's see here if I can get my computer to.
Oh yeah, it's there. It's there.
Nice.
Oh yeah, look at them crazy guys.
Kind of want to pop over there and see what's going on that one.
Yeah. I got a little bit of delay there. Yeah, well, good.
Not too bad.
I'm going to shut that off. That's only going to distract me. I get distracted easy. Oh, look, squirrel.
He's not here yet.
I say, where's Greg?
I know, right?
He found me a bunch of cool cars the other day.
Well, there's the first question we got to go put up here. We'll just get it out of the way. There we go.
I don't think Mike has loose cars.
Very few, I think.
Actually, no, man. I've got a few thousand.
Cars.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish. I'm. Past couple of days, I've been down in my Hot Wheel room, trying to straighten out all my loose stuff. So yeah, I do have a lot. I don't know if I can get. I have a picture of my loose stuff.
So the question is, there's a right way and a wrong way to face your cars, depending on.
Oh man, somebody asked me that the other day.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, because I know you two guys had an issue with that.
Well, it's not necessarily an issue, just as we have differences in opinions.
Right. Yeah. So go ahead.
I face mine with the door with the driver's side out, so you can see he does the opposite.
Yep, I'm passenger side.
Well, most of the Hot Wheels stuff, well, of course today, everything is facing to the right, and the early stuff, everything faced to the left, but then the red lines, everything faced to the right. So, mostly everything faces to the right. But like the classics and the workhorses and all them, they were all facing to the left. So it's all in what, how you want to display it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've always saw it. It's just it's to each their own, and there is no right way or wrong way to face them, as long as you're you're enjoying the hobby as to its fullest that you can.
Yeah,
That's my theory.
Yeah.
Unless you come down here and start turning them the other way, then I tend to get a little upset.
Didn't that mysteriously happen one time? Yeah,
it's happened twice now. My buddy and his son did it one night when we were down here playing pool, and they both got yelled at. So,
well, there's two things you don't, three things you don't touch. Don't touch a man's wife. You don't touch his car, and you don't touch his toys.
Exactly.
So,
100%.
PC.
It doesn't matter how big or small the toys are either.
That's right.
If it's a hot rod or a toy car, just leave them alone.
Nick says that's a PC answer you gave on the way the cars are faced.
No, I'm just giving you, I'm giving you the way that they came,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The original red lines came facing to the right. The other stuff went to the left, and then everything after that went to the right again. So,
and that's why I put mine to the right.
Where you want to put them,
I just think they look, technically, if you wanted, if I really wanted to get crazy, I'd have to flip each one, the one that belonged to, I've got workhorses on display, so I'd have to turn those the other way. Any Matchbox that's on display has to go the other way because Matchbox is all driver's side.
Yeah.
Right. Matchbox goes the other way. So they're,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd have to flip like just random cars, and that would just annoy
that would
me,
drive
so.
you insane. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't just have random cars facing opposite
directions. I have a lot of my loose stuff going straight. Because you get more room that way. My color changes and stuff, they're all lined up straight. And then the ones I have this big octagon display case, and everything is facing out on the outside, and then on the inside it's whatever I can get them to fit. There's probably a couple hundred cars on each level.
There you go.
But yeah, it's all in how you want to display it. Not
Nice. So Jake here says hi, and who's the small guy in the middle?
Jake or Jace?
Jake. Kind of like Jake from State Farm.
Oh yeah. What are you wearing, Jake?
Khakis.
Well, that would be a better question for Joe, Mr. Alvarado. He said that Mike got all cleaned up for us.
Oh yeah, well I was gonna wear my mid-stage shirt, and I went blank.
It's all right. I got mine on.
Okay.
He's wearing a Hot Wheels shirt.
So, I wear my mid-state shirts probably twice a week. Honest, twice a week.
Nice.
They're comfortable shirts. I have to admit.
I wear them, like for pajamas and things, and if I'm going out to change the oil, no.
Hey.
No, I think you guys gave me 2 or 3 of them, and they're right in the drawer with right next to Larry Wood's stuff and Tom Daniel stuff.
Nice.
And
there's Joe's full comment.
But yeah, I do wear them a lot. Yeah. I had my Southeast Gasser shirt on yesterday. So
nice. It just makes your wardrobe a little bit easier to go through and get done. You don't have to go out and pick something.
Right? Yeah.
Which Hot Wheel shirt do we want to wear today?
Yeah.
I have. I don't know. I can't tell you how many Hot Wheel shirts I have. And every morning, my granddaughter gets a shirt out of the drawer for me to wear for the day. And it's either a Hot Wheel shirt or this Rock'em Sock'em Robot shirt that I've had. Nice. I've got to be 15 years now.
Nice.
Yeah, both girls have always liked the Rock'em Sock'em Robot shirt or Hot Wheel shirts. So
there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I have no idea how many Hot Wheel shirts I got. Well, I think we all do, right? We all got a whole drawer.
I lost track after 5.
Oh yeah, well 5.
Well, I've got 4 of these. I've got 4 Charm City shirts. I've got Southeast Ohio. Northeast Ohio. Sorry, I'm gonna get yelled at for that till next week.
Yes, you are.
Where are you going next week?
I don't know,
Go
someplace.
go hang out in Atlanta, technically Dunwoody, Georgia.
Oh,
for
man. Yeah.
Hang
So
out
I
with a
hear
couple
you
of
might be
friends.
I hear you might be there too.
I might. I don't know. You never know. I never know where I'm going to be. Sometimes I gotta look on the internet and see where I got to be next week.
All right. Mr. Wiggins says Ford rules. I don't know. Mr. Joe Wiggins. I don't know.
Oh, man.
So, we're less than a week from where we need to be.
Yeah.
What do you gotta do to prepare, or how do you prepare?
Oh, you're lucky my wife's not here because she's been on me. Did you pack this? Did you pack that? I can hear you. Yeah, see, I can hear you.
Right on cue. Perfect.
No. She's been bugging me to get some cars to pack. I got a case of Hot Wheels, some blue cars and stuff like that I'm bringing. I got to get clothes ready. But the clothes that's just the day before. I always have a go bag. You military guys, you know what that is. I always have a bag ready to go whenever I have to go. But just getting cars ready and making sure, I did my signing sheet. That was about a month ago. I gave that to Mark and Jennifer. But other than that, no, it's just with me, most of it's just flying by the seat of my pants, and
as long as the pants aren't on fire, right?
Yeah. But just long as I pack stuff to sell, and me, I really hate selling stuff, but I just got so much stuff,
That's a problem with all of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's almost like an addiction, but not all the bad stuff that goes with an addiction.
It's an obsession. It's an addiction. You can't go anywhere without looking for Hot Wheels and
this is true.
Talking to people about Hot Wheels. I always reminds me of that meme where the guy's sitting there all alone, and everybody's talking sports, but nobody wants to talk about Hot Wheels. So, that's us.
But it really is.
Yeah. The cool thing about going to nationals or conventions and stuff like that is there's 2,500 other people just like us, and we're talking Hot Wheels. Even if we can't speak the same language, we're talking about Hot Wheels.
Most definitely. Tell my wallet it's not an addiction. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, my wallet too.
Definitely.
2 subscriptions worth.
Have if we didn't buy Hot Wheels?
I guarantee my real hot rod would probably be running right now.
So we were talking about getting ready, and obviously you got your go bag and whatever you got to do to get your clothes ready. And packing. Do you reach out to certain people beforehand and say, hey, let's get together, or you just kind of by the seat of your pants, as you like to say?
No, like Brendan called me a couple of weeks ago. Brendan Vatuski, if anybody doesn't know who Brendan is, Hot Wheel designer. He said that he wanted to go to a car museum that's close out there.
Nice.
And I said, okay, love to do that. Lots of times when I get there, sometimes I don't know if Larry Wood is going to be there. Mm-hmm. And, I hate saying, their last names, but a lot of people might not know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
we'll get somewhere and Larry will say, hey, Mikey, come on, we're going to go sightseeing. And Larry will have a car and, Shirley will be there and Tina will go and, we'll just go riding around all over the countryside looking at cool stuff.
Nice.
So I normally, no, I don't say, hey, I'm going to be there. Let's do that. Unless I go to California, because I do have a lot of friends out there that want to go and do different things. Or like when I go see you guys out, out there in Nebraska, I'll see Reagan and we'll have some fun out there. But usually people know that I'm coming, so and then they reach out and say, hey, while you're here, do you want to go do this? You want to go do that? So, but
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a lot of, like I said, Larry will go somewhere, or Brendan will want to go see. Brendan's a big gearhead.
No.
And and Larry is too. Larry's always wrenching on something, and so that's the cool thing. It's not only Hot Wheels that we have in common, but I mean, if we would be friends, even if it wasn't for Hot Wheels, because we're car guys.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's some of the cool stuff that I get to do.
Well, here's another question for you from Hot Wheel Hunter. He wants to know, is there a Nebraska trip on the horizon?
Only if Bigfoot, if there's a Bigfoot sighting, I've got my Bigfoot search outfit all ready to go.
Outfit.
Camo.
Yeah, camo. No, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, I know everybody out here would love it if you and Tina came back out again, if that could be arranged. So
we love coming out there and seeing you guys. We get a blast every time that we go out there. Last time we went go-kart racing, and it was just so much fun. I mean, we would love to come out and see you guys, but we have to see what's. I think we talked about the dates, what they might be. So
yeah.
But yeah,
schedule is the
we
key.
would love to come out.
Good. Well, we'll see what we can do and work with what you have for a schedule, and maybe next year we'll have a couple extra visitors. So.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Okay, Mr. Sergeant Lieutenant Sparkles there wants to know. He's asking you to come smash some cars Thursday night at the Hardy.
I would love to do that. Last time we were out there, there were so many nice cars that got smashed. A couple of them got saved.
I think there was,
even Brian Benedict. There was no way that he wanted to smash that car. He bought that car because he wanted that car, and
he loved that, actually, the Snoopy car.
Yeah, he's a big Snoopy fan. So and of course the one the Bone Shaker, the Mike Zarnock Bone Shaker, Reagan got that, and I don't think anybody would have attempted to hammer that one. So, but yeah, I would definitely come out and have some fun doing that.
Yeah, because it's going to be Thursday night after the dinner at Nationals. So
okay. Yeah.
So after you get your dinner, and you'll be able to
you
go up and change.
Remind me, because I get pulled in 10 different directions.
Oh yeah.
And that's that's the thing about. I might say, yeah, I'll go and do that, and then the next day people say, where were you? And it's like, I get pulled in every different direction. Everybody wants to do something, and it's just so hard, to do that. So you got to remind me. You got my phone number, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
We'll shoot you a message and be like, hey, we're down here, and because last year I want to say Brendan was there. I want to say
was there.
Coco, Julian.
I think Matt popped in for a little bit too.
Yeah, I think Matt was down there for a little bit. Yeah, there was quite a few people that were down there.
I'm trying to think.
CRS is a real thing. Amen to that, Joe.
Oh yeah, yes it is.
So Mr. PJ's got a question.
Yeah.
He says, "What is your favorite casting to collect?"
I don't even think I know this. All of them?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have a favorite casting. I love tow trucks. You know, try to have every tow truck that's out there, and the muscle cars. Car carriers are my favorite thing, but yeah, I really don't have a favorite casting because you know there's just so many cool ones out there.
Yeah.
So say, I know you have a special affection for the trains and train sets too.
Yeah, I do. You know, because I like to be a completist, so that was something that I had a chance to get all of them.
Nice.
So and the Canadian ones, I have all but one, and I don't have any of the packaged cars, you know, train cars, but there's still 9 out there that I could possibly get.
Wow.
It might cost, you know, a good chunk of change, but I mean, it's already cost me a good chunk of change to get what I have. But yeah, I mean, just the regular trains, I have all of them. I have them all packaged. I have them all loose. I have the variations. I have all the train sets. So, but yeah, those were a lot of fun to collect. That was something that just surprised me and bit me. So.
Yeah, that happens quite often. Okay, so is this Hot Wheel Hunter?
Yep, that's Hot Wheel again.
Okay, he wants to know, what are you on the hunt for? And maybe you've touched on it a little bit already.
Any of the Canadian trains, of course. Number 12 in blue cards. That is the only and 271, but
yeah,
the only other number that I need to finish all of my blue cards. So
I'm surprised that nobody has it and has reached out to sell it to you.
A couple of people have, and they want a really crazy price for it. You know?
Okay, that makes sense.
And for those that don't know, what is number 12?
It is the Roll Patrol.
The Roll Patrol? Okay.
Yeah, it's an olive green Roll Patrol Jeep.
Nice.
Okay. Mr.
Silverado.
Joe there wants to know, what's your least favorite car or casting?
Least favorite cast, 57 Chevy, Joe.
Ooh.
Especially Bloomingdale's, maybe?
Oh,
shots fired.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, you realize we're about to hang out with him in like a week? Less, because we'll probably see him before then.
You know, maybe the Hypermite for some reason, you know, but like I said, they're like babies. They're all cute, you know. So yeah, I really don't have a least favorite Hot Wheel.
There you go.
Did I ever find the Flying Circus? No.
That was
what?
That was Richard Allen Tripp.
No, I did. I haven't found that yet. I had a bid on one, and it went a lot more than I really wanted to spend for it. You know, I got my Sky Show set last year. Actually, Tina bought me that after I, you know, bid it up at an auction one night. She surprised me and said, "Here, I'll pay for it." Cool, thank you.
Yay!
But yeah, that and a couple other ones are the only few Redline track sets that I don't have. But again, that's all the expensive stuff.
Yeah. So we got a question from Edgar Dominguez. He says, describe the experience of nationals to someone who is wanting to go to one someday.
Oh, well, let's say that you are an 8-year-old kid with a pocket full of money, and you walk into a candy store and it's all penny candy. And you just get your choice to pick whatever that you want to do. Going to the nationals or going to the convention You get to meet the designers, the guys that may have designed your favorite casting. You get to talk to them. You get to walk around to, it's 400, 500 rooms that are toy stores, Hot Wheels stores. No matter what you collect. I've seen guys, those guys like, they used to have a room full of red lines, packaged red lines, like it was 1968. And if you got the money, you can buy anything that you want to buy. You're walking through the hall and, stand there talking to somebody and you look up. Well, I look up to everybody. And there's, there's Larry Wood or Brendan or, any of the guys from Mattel. That's the really cool thing about being there because, you can talk to them, ask them all kinds of questions, get their autograph. If you have a car that you want them to sign the car or sign the card, you get to experience that. You get a picture with the guys. You get to bring that home and put it in your collection. I've got a ton of stuff here. I did a video a couple weeks ago about all of my favorite stuff that I got from Larry or Brendan or Shirley Muldowney or Dave Chang, you name it. And I have personal things that they have given me that means so much. Tom Daniel, George Barris. You never know who you're going to run into. There's actors out there, there's singers out there that collect Hot Wheels. You got Henry Yamada. I don't know how many movies he's been in.
Yeah.
So and they're all as long as you're cool, they're cool. Because everybody's there for the same reason. They're there to talk Hot Wheels. To buy Hot Wheels. It's all about Hot Wheels. So to get to a convention or nationals, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just happen to have this one sitting on my table here in front of me.
There you go.
Little Dale Earnhardt Jr. autograph on a Hot Wheel card.
Yeah, and that's his card. So
yep.
You never know who you're going to run into. When we went to South Carolina last year for the Nationals, 2 years ago.
Charlotte
was 2 years ago.
And we went to Big Iron. We went out to what's his name there?
He's
tall skinny guy.
Michael Waltrip?
No, the other tall skinny guy.
He was crew chief.
Yeah, for
Abraham. No.
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah. Ray Abraham.
Yeah, Ray Abraham. Yes, that's right.
Wow, I'm surprised I got that one.
We went to Ray Abraham's shop, but all the, again, Brendan said, "Hey, let's go to the museum and stuff." So you never know where you're going to go, where there might be a bus trip, or just who's going to show up. We were in LA and the guys from Fast and Furious were hanging out. Jesse and the other guy there,
Noel G.
Yeah, but you never know who's gonna come by and hang out and talk with you or whatever. So if you are a Hot Wheel fanatic, and you can get to a convention or a nationals, any event like that, it's definitely worth it. Even once in your lifetime, definitely worth it to go. And it'd be just something that you will remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun, and it's nonstop. I mean, the second you land, my first convention, I was, I went to LA for the first time and I flew by myself, and it was literally, I was looking around for the shuttle to take me to the hotel, and I seen another couple of guys in Hot Wheels shirts. I'm like, well, those are my people, so I'm going to go that way. And I went over there, and I see those same two guys at every nationals, and it's like, hey man, how you been? He's like, hey, good, how you been? And I hate to say it, and he doesn't know either, but I don't know his name and he doesn't know mine. So
cares?
Right. But there are so many people. Like I said, there's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing that you're doing. And yeah, there's guys that I have seen for years that, hey, how you doing? And I have no idea what their name is, though I've heard it 100 times. But yeah, there's just so many people, and it's just a great thing. What was it like when you guys went to your first event?
Well, you talked about yours a little bit. I mean, there is another story involving Brent and our local celebrity here, Mr. Roy Friend, and how we met.
We don't need to keep bringing that one up. That one's not family friendly.
No, it's not. For me, I would say I was overwhelmed, and yet completely changed as a collector after going to nationals the first time.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes went from like this to, oh my God. Yeah. I had no clue about what it was to collect or the friendships that were made because of that.
Yeah.
When I first met you in LA going through the lines, oh my God, I'm talking to Mike Zarnock. Oh my God, I'm talking to Mike Zarnock. And now here we are doing this, just chit-chatting back and forth.
For like the third or fourth time.
Right.
And we've sat down and we've had dinner countless times. And
right. I mean, that's, like I said, if you're cool, everybody else is cool,
Exactly.
But if you, I don't know, but yeah, it's a place where everybody's on a level playing field, so you can come with all the money in the world, spend it all, and still go home saying, I wish I had more money to buy other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how much stuff is out there, and how much fun you can have, and you have to pace yourself. But yeah, I mean, I've seen guys spend, Bruce Pascal's a dear friend of mine. I can't begin to tell you how much money he spends, or Chuck Sheldon, or any of those guys, those red line collectors. You got Woody Ibsen out there. These guys are big red line collectors, and when they see something, and they don't even ask how much, just all right, I'll take it. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen stuff out there that costs more than my truck.
Oh, easy.
So
yeah,
some
of it's been in my house. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sitting here letting Adam Grapes into the house the night he's showing both cord at wood patterns, and I'm sitting there, oh my God, don't drop this, don't drop this, don't drop this.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it. It's yours, man. Just
But then he takes the brass prototype and races it in Vegas. So
yeah,
right. Yeah, but like all my stuff. I mean, there's a few things that I would be afraid to break, only because it's not replaceable. Things that were given to me from like I said, from Barris or Larry Wood or whatever. But most everything else, they're dollar cars to me.
Yeah.
So it play with them. So, but yeah, there's some really crazy expensive stuff out there.
Oh yeah. And then that's the fun thing, that it's about, like, with your display and Ken's display and mine, there will be a 50-cent car next to a $500 car, and unless you don't know. So that's one of the things that I always find funny. And like, this is one of my favorite examples, just because it's within reach. You know which one that is.
Yeah. Does it have the rubber tires?
No, it does not.
Aha, mine does.
But mine does have the France logo on the bottom, so I'm halfway there.
Right. Yeah. But people don't know what that is.
No.
They just think it's a road trip.
Yeah. Let's get into some comments here.
All right.
Sherry Mancini says, so at night in Atlanta, you're go to Kmart like here in Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I hung out with Sherry and her husband They came to, and that's the other thing too. You know, we hang out in a room. You know, everybody's doors are open there, and we stay up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and the girls all party. But yeah, at any time you walk into somebody's room and there's all the Hot Wheel designers and who knows, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, we all go to Kmart. We load into, you know, hop into somebody's car and head off to Kmart or Walmart or whatever and go looking for stuff.
James wants to know, how's Little Z?
I have not seen Little Z for a while. Little Z belongs to Marcia Walker. And since Chris has been gone, you know, really haven't done much. You know, Chris was always the crazy man, the idea guy, you know, behind all of the craziness that we did, you know, because he just didn't care.
It's the way you got to be sometimes.
We got in more trouble together. You know, he just one of them kids that just wouldn't think before he talked, you know. And next thing you know, we're in trouble. Man, I can't tell you how many times we've been somewhere in the country and Chris will say something or we'll do something, and next 2 minutes my phone is ringing and it's Mark Milholland or somebody, you know. And do you know what you just said? No, I don't know. And so we had to, you know, fix things. But yeah. But Marcia has Little Z, and like I said, I haven't seen Little Z for a while. So you never know when he's going to show up.
Yes, yeah. This is very true.
Roy Lee Friend Jr., local celebrity, likes to say, yeah, I mean, he's got his star.
I know. Roy, that's why I said the hyperbite, buddy. Right? You know, that's Wesley, another thing. We know all these people, and we know the things they like and that they don't like.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't have to mention anybody's name like Joe Alvarado with the 57 Chevy. So, you know, if anybody's listening or watching, they know that I'm talking about. So,
yeah,
without saying their name.
Yeah. Wesley Craig says you get to see Mike Zarnock at Nationals. This is true.
Hi, Wes. How you doing, buddy?
Let's see. Yeah, people are getting excited. And yes, you get to run into Roy. Needs to be closer. Yeah, that would be cool if it was in the Midwest somewhere. So.
Oh yeah, always.
You know, October's always LA, and then the Nationals are, you know, somewhere like, you know, Chicago or Indy, or then they come this way. Pennsylvania had them out there. Virginia was a bunch of the earlier ones. You know, a lot of it is being able to find a hotel where it's big enough for the dinner, it's big enough for all the talks. You know, I do my thing on insurance and all that. Everybody does, you know, red line collecting and blue card collecting and variation collecting and, you know, all kinds of stuff. But you also need rooms to house 2,500 people, and, you know, like I said, a place big enough for the dinner.
Yeah.
You know, I have no idea how many people are in the dinner, so getting a hotel that will accommodate that many people and accommodate everything that's for the Nationals is a tough thing. So
yeah, the airport access and
yeah. Well, like Atlanta, we have to take a half-hour Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a good, you know, $40-$50 ride.
Yep.
To get from the airport to the hotel.
Well, I do know if it were to come, say, to the Omaha area, I know some of us would probably give y'all rides.
Well, yeah. I have that's how I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you came with Reagan and Jace, and I called the poor kid Chase all day long.
Yeah, I remember that. But it was good.
You know, I paid him back and I let him come stay at my house for a week.
There you go.
So, you know,
it works
but yeah,
out well.
there are a lot of nice people out there that do come and pick us up and give us a ride from the airport to the event. But for everybody else, everybody else still has to pay to get from the hotel to the event.
Yeah, and I was looking into it because I had seen this thing somewhere on somebody's page about it. There's basically, it's a subway that runs from the airport all the way out to the Dunwoody area.
No, that's the MARTA. You don't want to take the MARTA. No.
And I was like, oh, that'd be easy. And it's like $10. And then I started thinking about it today, and I was like, gonna have a lot of cash, computers, headsets. No, I'm not.
Luggage.
I'm just gonna take an Uber.
You can do that in DC, not here.
Yeah, we did that a couple of years back with me and Bob Parker and Chris Parker. We went to the Coca-Cola factory down there, and we rode the MARTA, and it was kind of like the New York subway, but in the open. But yeah, it was kind of a place that you really don't want to go.
Little sketch.
Yeah.
And that was what I was thinking. I was like, gonna have all this luggage, gonna have red lines in my backpack, and all this other stuff. And I'm like,
take the $40 Uber.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. I was like, even if it's $60, I'd rather get there $60 lighter than my entire spending money for the week gone, and I just get to sit in my room and.
Yeah, that's when you go to places you don't know about, you always want to take the safest route.
Yeah.
So. No, I saw a question there a little minute ago.
PJ wants to know: do you like fantasy castings, or do you don't like them?
Fantasy castings are cool. They're a necessity. We have to get all the younger crowd to start collecting, get them interested in collecting Hot Wheels. The guys from Mattel say that we are only 30% of the market. So the other 70% is little kids and people that buy stuff for train sets and things like that. The mom at the checkout, here, honey, be quiet and have a Hot Wheel car.
Mm-hmm.
So fantasy castings, depending on what they are, but I get them for my granddaughters. They like those. Paisley, when she started collecting everything with monsters or dinosaurs and stuff like that. And then, of course, it went to pink cars and, anything like that. She's got tons and tons of pink cars. And now that Peyton is 2, she's really getting into Hot Wheels. And I have this red AMX Johnny Lightning car, and I got it, and one of my doctors gave me a whole one of them clear cases, and I brought it home. And she took a Corvette and that red AMX, and she just loves that red AMX.
Nice.
So yeah. So she likes muscle cars, where Paisley likes the Barbie cars.
Word, and that's awesome on both ends.
Yeah, I say both of them work. I mean, it's the neat thing about the hobby is you can get a fantasy casting that Mattel came up with, and it can be a really cool car. I mean,
and if you play on track sets, if it's got a metal base on it and it's low to the ground, it works great on the track. Yeah, there you go.
It's a fantasy casting, but it's still kind of a hot rod at the same time.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of the Street Creeper for a while.
If you play with Hot Wheels, they're fun. Yeah,
that's what they're designed to do. Is they're
toys. I gotta have one of every color. So.
Yeah, most definitely got to have one of every color. Sometimes 30 or 40 are the same color.
Yeah, well,
if it's a Mercedes.
Yeah, I got a few of those.
Now, do you have a real one?
No. I have my real car is a 79 Malibu, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a G body, so it doesn't run. Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. It's sketchy.
I just got a little Dakota pickup. That's all I got.
Got a 360 in it?
But what's it got for a motor in it though? It's got a V8, don't it?
No, it's got the V6.
Oh, that's right.
When
it's a manual at least. I'll give them that.
Yes. When I get Matchbox 20 money or I win the lottery, it's getting a Hellcat put into it.
There you go. Well, you could put a 360 out of a Warlock in it, W2 heads, and
there you
just have fun with it.
Yeah, I love it. I've had it brand new since I bought it in Hawaii. And thank you to everyone out there for letting me ship that back to the States at no charge.
And you're welcome.
Hey, this is your life, for in being in the service. So I think you deserve that. So
yeah, I enjoyed it. It's between that and the BMW, it's the two cars that I've loved the most, and they're both manuals, and I loved. It made driving across Iowa so much more fun. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Well, let's face it, it's Iowa. All right. Sherry says Pittsburgh was her first convention.
Donna, my girl Donna. That's right. She came the first time I saw her. She came to Atlanta and saw us. She was on Pinks, and she drove V8 S10.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. The girl could drive.
There you go.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Rich Hartley says you should move back to the Carolinas. And then let's see. Somebody asked, when are you arriving?
I will be there on Tuesday. Tina and I will be on Tuesday.
There you go.
Same with us. Tuesday afternoon, I think, is when we're going to be pulling in. I don't know. I need to actually check my email and get my itinerary because I don't have it yet. So
sometimes they end up changing. Like mine, they change the time 2-3 times because I book as soon as I find out that I'm going.
Yeah.
So I get a good deal.
Oh, here's a good one. Somebody wants to know, when is Overkill going to get made?
It's funny because Brian Benedict said something the other day. I had a picture of the truck out, and he said, "Hey, that truck should become a Hot Wheel." And I said, "Yeah, well, everybody thinks so too."
You're like, "Do you know a guy?"
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you know a guy, that's the guy to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
So I am just waiting patiently for it to become. They have the S10, the second gen S10 chassis. And the body somewhat on that new, that a lot of pieces missing. So I've talked to Brendan about it. I said, really wouldn't be hard, buddy, to put a front bumper on it and a cowl hood and put a roll cage out the back. And so, they did the extended cab. But
that's what it was. It was the extended cab version. Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at if I'm like looking off into space, I'm looking at my walls trying to look for cars. So
we've got a challenge issued here.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna do some tag team wrestling. Roy and Joe against Mike, handicap match.
and whoever Mike wants to join.
Gets the pit. Yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of handicap, all right. Did Reagan ever tell you the story when we were at Chris Walker's memorial?
I don't believe so. No.
All right. So there is me and Reagan in the front seat, and we got Lee Allen in the back seat.
Oh Lord.
Now Lee Allen, if he didn't smile, he looked like a biker that's about to rip your head off and eat your heart out.
Yeah.
So we're riding around looking for this restaurant, and every corner we turn around, there's like 3 kids in Dad's pickup truck and they're doing burnouts and they're yelling out the window and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So we ended up pulling up next to them at a streetlight. And I rolled down Reagan's window and I said, hey, this was 20 years ago. We'd have probably beat you up and taken your truck. And Reagan grabs because I had my own personal car. Reagan grabs my handicap sticker that was hanging on the mirror. Says, yeah, check it out. 3 old handicapped guys going after these young kids. Kids just started.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, was hysterical. But yeah,
have you ever attempted to customize?
That's how I got to fall in love with Hot Wheels when I was a little kid. My dad had a body shop, so I had all kinds of paint and stuff, at my disposal. I used to take my my slot cars and the cigar box cars and things like that, because they would all, they would interchange, and I would modify those to make them look like the cars that were on the street. And I was never good at it, but as an adult, no. I mean that takes a lot of time, and that's time I don't have. So, but no, not
Gotcha.
Not as an adult. As a kid, yeah, nail polish like that.
I think we all did. Let's see here. Rob says he's never been to one, but he likes to watch through all of us. That's awesome. Hopefully there's one close enough for you, Rob, to go to. Yeah, PJ wants to go to the convention as well. Yeah, you do, PJ. You really need to do.
Now, did I meet PJ out there where you guys are?
Yes, I think you may have at least. He went through the autograph line. Maybe he went up. He walked by his table. I don't know how much of you
At
guys
Aaron's show, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where you would have seen him.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that one there. That's from that Roy guy.
Yes, Roy. I do like dolls on skates.
Mike or Eddie Burke wants to know what's your thoughts on the new spring cars. Spring cars. He likes the colors on them.
I think they're very colorful. I haven't found them yet here. Normally we find them at Walmart. But yeah, they're lots and lots. They're like the art cars. They just throw colors all over them. But yeah, they're Hot Wheels. I like them. I gotta have them. So.
Yeah. Let's see. You have some hellos from New York.
Oh yeah, there. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? I believe she went to school with my wife.
Nice.
Neighborhood kids.
Nice. So we have a question here. They want to know how hard is it to get? Is it hard to get tickets, and if so, how hard?
It is very hard to get tickets nowadays because the events sell out almost instantly. Everybody wants to go to the nationals or the convention, and it is only a limited amount of tickets, limited amount of dinners, limited amount of rooms. Sometimes they end up with 2 or 3 hotels because they need so many rooms. So the idea is to become a member of the Hot Wheels newsletter, because those people get the first shot at getting tickets. And after that, it opens up to the public, and then the remaining amount of tickets are left open to the public. So right now, it's kind of the last couple of years, it's been a lottery where you send in how many you need, and they draw to see if you are the winner to get tickets. But before, it was just first come, first serve. So
nice.
Yeah, it's gotten hard to get tickets.
Yeah. Brent says his internet crashed again.
What's that?
His internet crashed again.
Oh no.
Yep. PJ says yes, he did talk to you last year a bit in the upstairs lobby of the Hilton. So
Okay.
when you were in Omaha. Let's see. I think that one's been asked. I heard when you went karting last year, you ran Coco into the wall.
No, that wasn't me, man. That was Brendan. Her husband ran her into the tires. And yeah, that was not me. I would never, ever do that. I would wreck myself before I ran into Coco. Have you seen the size of her husband?
He's a big dude.
He's a big guy.
and that one was from Reagan.
Oh, thanks, Reagan, my buddy.
So when you're out there and you're doing your thing, your schedule's pretty structured, isn't it? To say the least.
Yeah.
So what's like a typical day for you out at convention from when once you get up, have breakfast, and then from there?
Usually, have breakfast, coffee, whatever. Depending on who's around, I might have breakfast with Brian Benedict or Jimmy Lou, or any of the guys from Mattel, or it would always be Chris and Marcia, and Tina and I. Then I'll go back to the room, get freshened up, and usually an autograph session, or I might have a seminar. There's a packet that has a list of where everybody is to be. I might have to judge a custom contest, or just go and just talk to people, but yeah, my days are pretty well structured.
Yeah, I would say so. It's got to be difficult to manage, making sure you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's one of the big things. Always being able to find where I need to be. People will see me with my backpack. And I got everything in there. I might be just running from one place to the next because I got to be from one room to the other room. And I might have a meeting with somebody. So I never know. So if you're seeing me, cruising through, I'm on a mission. But other than that, that's why I'm there. I'm there to talk to people. I'm there to sign autographs. I'm there to just make sure that everybody that's there has a good time.
Good. Have you ever had like a bad experience with say another collector or at a show where it's kind of like, maybe not want to do this one again?
No, not really. No. I've never had anybody give me any crap. We've gone places and ended up in the wrong place, but not at an event. Usually they all go well, and the people are always awesome. They're always just wanting to talk and ask me questions and show me things and give me things, and but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, haven't see now. Hopefully you don't jinx this, but knock on wood. It's they're always a pleasurable experience. Well, last year in Ohio, Tina ended up getting pink eye, and we had to leave early.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was brutal.
Yeah,
that was brutal.
We woke up, and her eye was like this, and she come out of the shower, and I said, "That don't look good." She says, "No, I really got to go home. This is painful." So I had to go downstairs and talk to Jennifer and Mark and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, but we definitely have to get home and get her eye some attention."
Well, yeah. I think we might be getting a new co-host here. We might have a live dip in if he decides to join us. But who knows who it's going to be? Oh, there he is. There is our new.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, officer. I'm sorry. Is it Lieutenant?
Lieutenant Sparkles, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lieutenant.
Yeah, I saw the co-host dropped out, so I graciously volunteered my services.
Yes, we appreciate you hopping in there while Brent works on his technical difficulties.
Yeah, buddy, I miss you.
Yeah, you coming to Atlanta?
We will be there Monday evening. We're power driving from Detroit. Me, the wife, and the grands. So we will be there.
Cool. Are you bringing both grandbabies?
Both.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So good times. Good times.
Yeah. That's great.
So no acceptance on my me and Roy challenge, the Royal Rumble match. We fighting words, man. Dogging some hyper mics and 57s. What's up, bud?
My tag team partner's not around anymore, so I would just stick him in there and I'd sit back and watch.
I retract the challenge.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Well, I mean,
where's Brent? Brent, I don't know. Brent, I think Brent had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's possible too. Oh, here's an important comment here. Let's get this one posted up right away because this is never a truer statement. That's from Tina.
Make sure he stays on schedule. Which schedule are we talking about? The one that's on paper, or my morning?
The one that's in your head.
Oh no! Let's TMI, Michael. Hey, it's a good thing Tina comes out every time. She knows the routine. She knows how to handle you. She's got it down pat, bud.
Well, she makes sure that I eat too, because there's times.
Oh yeah.
There's times that I go by myself, and she'll call me and go, "Did you eat today?" And I'll go, no, I didn't eat today.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
We've all done that. So, hot tip to anyone coming: make sure you pack food. Put your backpack. Put snacks, fruit, a drink, some water.
That's another thing about the question: what kind of experience is going to the Nationals or going to a convention? You just don't think. You're there, and your whole world is Hot Wheels.
Yes.
And I remember when I first started going, and I would see Carson Lev, and I would see Larry, and I'd go, oh my God, there's Larry Wood. I gotta go talk to him.
Yeah.
And Amy Boylan.
Yes.
And you get halfway down the hallway, and you're thinking to yourself, what am I going to say to him? Yeah.
Oh, exactly. You're like a kid seeing Santa Claus for the first time.
Yeah.
Seeing these people, it's like, oh my God, oh my God. What do I do? The first custom bash party that Chris Walker ever invited me to, it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna hang with these guys. I'm gonna. Yes, exactly. I'm not worthy. I felt like Wayne's World there, and it was like, oh my God.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Oh, and that's for anybody who's never been and never talked to anybody. Don't be afraid. We're people, Mike's a person. Larry's a person. Everybody's friendly. Like you said, you treat everybody with respect and kindness. They'll treat you like it back. And before you know it, they're your best friend. And when it comes, Terry Farrell said it best. He told me last time I talked to him, or every time I talk to him, we could literally, with the family and friends we know, go coast to coast, probably through Canada, and how many countries in the world, and never have to pay for a hotel room. Hey, crash on my couch, bud. I got a spare room, whatever.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, Reagan came to spend a week here in my house. You know, other
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
have come spent time.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But it's if you see me walking down the hall, stop me. Don't be afraid to stop me and say, hey,
Exactly.
can you sign this or ask me a question or whatever? Can I get a picture? That's what I'm there for. I'm there to hang out with everybody. I'm there to get to make everybody feel comfortable and have a good time. That's why I'm there. So don't be afraid to say, hey, Mike, can I get a picture or whatever. So
Exactly.
I remember one of the things I remember from my first time is like I was so overwhelmed that after we got home, I could not look at a Hot Wheel for 3 weeks.
really,
It was just
Wow.
I was like, oh no, I couldn't do it. It took me about 3 weeks and before I could actually sit there and go, okay, I want to do this and keep doing it. But yeah, I can vividly remember running into both of you in conventions and like, I can't talk to them. No, we're not supposed to talk to them. And I found that to be the exact opposite.
yeah, that's why we're there, man.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I feel bad when I'm going from place to place and I'm like, I'd really love to talk to you and I can't because I have to be somewhere for a commitment. That's the worst feeling in the world because if someone yells out from behind, hey, Sparkles, it's like, dude, that's awesome. It's so humbling. I love everybody. Like you said, I might not remember your name. CRS is a real thing, but we're all there for family. We're all family.
Take a picture, have chat a little bit. You can always chat later. I'm there for 5-6 days, whatever it is, and I'm walking around till 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
If I walk in your room and grab a piece of pizza, you got to blame my wife because she's the one that said I had to eat.
It's so amazing what you can do and get caught up in just a few minutes when you're walking through one of the lines. I can have a whole conversation with Barb Robles while we're sitting there waiting to get our cars and she's working on the slides for the charity auction or whatever she's doing. And that's the great thing is this, you can catch up real quick and you don't need to have a whole hour-long sit-down talk, although those are great too.
Mm-hmm.
That's another. I hate to say it, but coming through the autograph line, there's always a couple of people that sit there or stand there for like forever, and everybody behind them is getting like, "Hey, come on, let's go!" And there's other times that we can talk during the event.
That is true.
Yeah,
very true.
That's why Marty's there.
It's always you, Joe.
No, not me, Marty. It's Marty. I'm out. I'm out, but it's Marty's job now.
I might come out for the night. Who is that Facebook user?
That was Brent. I think his computer died.
Oh no!
That's not.
He must have caught that virus he had last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that locked him out of his Facebook account.
Well, it all depends on the other places that you go to on the internet.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. Let's see. What's the most? I wouldn't say disappointing, but what's your least favorite aspect or moment of convention for you guys?
Going home.
Is it? I was going to say. I wondered if that's what it was. Was it going home?
Yeah.
And
because
why?
Go ahead, Mike.
You have to go back to reality. You have to go back to your day job. You have to go back to being a normal person. I just enjoy having to be someplace where I don't have to work. I don't have to, I just can talk Hot Wheels all day long or talk about hot rods all day long. I can go shopping room to room and just, look for stuff and buy stuff and just, it's awesome. So when the day the event is done and you have to go home, it's like, oh man, I don't want to go home. It's like your kids. I don't want to go home. I want to stay here. That's it. You get all built up. There he is.
Hey, he's back.
You get all built up about
My internet browser, the new
Are you live,
version
man?
downloaded during the middle of the show.
There you go.
It's not the perfect time for the internet browser to update, but yeah, that's where we're at. So,
Well,
I'm
welcome
now
back.
So,
Yay!
it had me worried there for a minute. It was just a blue screen, and I'm like,
Oh no.
like this computer's only 2 years old, and I don't use it for anything but Facebook and gaming. So, that's it.
Mhm.
No.
So, but how about you, Joe?
Yeah.
What's the
That would be by far the number one thing. But the number two thing that I really, the worst part about the conventions or nationals for me, running out of money.
Yeah, I was going to say
Oh,
that.
God.
Running out of money.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit that credit limit. It's like you hit that. It's like, I've done that a couple times. First time was the first nationals I ever went to, which was in Chicago. The very first nationals. Ran out of money the second day.
Well, but you didn't know how much money to bring, right?
No, absolutely. I was on a strict budget. I was some really hard times for me back then. I brought as much as I could, which was like I don't even think it was $1,000. So it was real tough. Ran out of money the second day, and thank God for buddies who like, we got you, bud. We'll buy you lunch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or I wouldn't ate.
You know, I hate doing that, but I love doing it on the other end.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so
Mhm.
you see somebody who's like, well, here, it's a couple $100. You pay me whenever, if ever.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part of it is you run out of money and you go into a room and you don't know that you've run out of money yet. And you're like, I need this car.
Right.
And you're like, I can't
Yeah.
have this car.
Well, it's not as bad as it used to be though, because before, like 01, 99 was the first one. It was in Dearborn here, in Detroit. But in order to get money, you had to go to the bank. You had to go to a physical bank. You didn't have PayPal, Venmo, an ATM down in the lobby. You had to go to a bank to get cash, or you were hit.
Well, that's a big thing there, because a lot of guys take, Venmo or PayPal or whatever.
Right.
You got that in the back of your mind, and you see something, and it's like, oh, you take PayPal?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, yeah. And it's like, okay. And so there goes, 500, 800, $1,000, whatever, that you weren't expecting to spend.
Yep.
but
Yeah.
you didn't.
That's why I stay old school. If I ain't got the cash in my hand, forget it.
Or the new thing is there's a lot of people now that take like Square or have credit card swipe,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you just
Yeah. Same thing.
and you're done. That could be even that's probably as bad, if not worse,
Mm-hmm.
until you hit your debit card limit, and then you got to call the bank and can you up my limit?
But that's how people do it. And as long as you don't put yourself in the hole doing it, because I've seen people really, really, dig themselves really deep for the hobby and lose all kinds of stuff. So.
Oh yes, there's an important one. Make sure you have good shoes, because you will have to use the stairs at some point, because the elevators will get. Yeah.
And you never ride the stair, or you never ride the elevator down, unless you're going 15 floors. If you're just going to the next floor, just use the stairs.
That's all.
And you always start high, and then you can walk down the stairs easier.
Yeah, because you're only going to the next level anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Only if you're going to go multiple floors is when you take the elevator. Otherwise, just take the stairs. It's easier. It's faster. And if you can find out where the button is for the service elevator, that helps out a lot too. So.
Well, some places have hidden elevators.
Yeah, we
We know. We have to figure out where the Atlanta one is again. I remember where it is, so I just got to remember when I get on the ground.
Another thing too is trying to find places to eat.
Yeah.
Because if you're bringing your kids, you got to feed them kids. And if the restaurant is cheap enough, like when we were in Dallas was amazing. You could feed 100 people for like $40 for breakfast. It was awesome.
Nice.
But to scope out the places outside of the hotel, if there's a McDonald's, if there's a Burger King, whatever, so you can go and get a bunch of Egg McMuffins and bring them back to the kids, and so you're not spending $100 on breakfast and $100 on lunch and $100 on dinner. Those are a lot of the big things too. So when you do come to an event, you have to keep that in mind if you're bringing your family. And all these events are family friendly.
Oh yes, 100%.
Well, Joe, you do the coloring contest, right? Is that you that does the coloring contest?
No, Greg Hall does the coloring contest. Greg and Barb usually do the coloring contest.
But yeah, I mean, there's coloring contests, there's races, there's all kinds of stuff for kids and families to do together.
Oh yeah.
So,
They got the coloring contest, the magic show, the kids customs. Brian Pope does that.
There's
a
all
lot of
kinds
good stuff.
Everybody, going for the whole event.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
There's a lot of different things to do. That's the great part about it.
So, Joe, you've got a question here. What is your hat going to be this year, or are you going to wait to surprise everybody?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Got to get to work.
You got a week.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I forgot about it, and the only place around here that has the hats is the Krispy Kreme, and I've already done that. So, anybody who's got a paper hat restaurant in there, bring it. I'll wear it.
Well, what about Burger King? You get the crown. Don't you have the Burger King crown?
I do have a Burger King around here. Maybe I'll get a crown.
There you go, King Joe.
So,
yeah.
Mike, is it okay if we ask Joe a question? I know he was on last week, but we want to ask this question again.
Well, I only jumped on to help because Brett fell out. So,
But hey, you're here now. We'll keep you.
Wasn't trying to. Okay, that's Brett Q saying, Joe, leave. I'm here. You got to go.
No. You're welcome to stay.
So, is there anything that you're doing special or different for the Hardy this year?
Yeah, for those who didn't know, for the Hardy Adams, there will be event charity cars. There'll be 100 cars sold at the event, $40 a piece. There are 4 different colors. Each color is 25 made. They'll be individually cubed, individually numbered. Got all that done. There'll be some raffles, 1 of 5 cars, a 3-car set, and then a 5-car set for the charity auction. Now, I did talk to Mark to Jennifer this week. The 1 of 5 cars, there's an apple red, a hot pink, and the sparkle set. Those are going to be downstairs in the charity sales room. They're going to go into the charity raffle. So when you buy the raffle tickets for all the other stuff down there in the charity, there'll be a 1 red, 1 pink, and a 3-car set. They'll be raffling those there. Those will be drawn Saturday night at the finale, and we'll be raffling some more of those off, selling raffle tickets early in my room, and then raffled off Thursday night. So, yeah, there's a lot, and hopefully we'll make a lot of good money for the charity.
If you haven't seen the pictures for those yet, they are outstanding. We'll have to put them back up there after the show. Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not at all.
I do want to say I did forget to give a shout out to one person who helped me out with a lot of stuff, and that was you, Kent. You sent me a huge box of cubes. I forgot.
Oh,
so
and
thank
some
you.
Volvos too. And
Volvos, yes. You sent me a bunch of stuff. I appreciate that big time.
Well, that was not just from me. That was from everybody at the club. That was our way to help contribute.
Well, thank you to the club because you guys all know where it goes.
Yes. All right, let's moving on here. James wants to know how many of us are taking empty bags with us.
Empty suitcases.
Yeah, empty suitcases. Yeah.
Right? we have the suitcases all fit like them Russian dolls,
Nesting dolls.
Yeah.
So
Druskas.
yeah. You put one big suitcase and you put the empty one in it, and you fill that empty one, because you're going to need a lot of suitcase room to bring stuff back. And so a bag is going to be, that's for one trip. One trip for a half an hour walking around.
That's true. Or you fly Southwest and you can fly 2 bags for free.
I do. That's what I do. I do. But so Tina and I each have bags, and then we have an empty one inside, and we fill that coming back, because I like to buy track sets and stuff like that. I need a lot of room, to bring it back. So
yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Or you drive.
Or you.
Yeah,
I have yet to get to drive to a Nationals.
I can't.
The only one that was close enough. I had other.
Let's not talk. Yeah. Let's not.
I had other things that I was going to do, and then that got canceled after the tickets had sold out, so I couldn't go to Chicago. So that was the closest one I could have got to drive to that I was able to go.
Driving is definitely the best way to go.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Because you save the money on airfare, so you got that in your pocket. But you have your whole car that you just fill up. You don't have to worry about not being able to take it back on a plane or having to ship it. So
Explain it in the airport.
right, yeah. I have given stuff away in the airport to people just standing there, because they want to charge me $50 or $75 to put it on a plane and take it home. And I'm looking around and say, hey, you got kids? Here, and
Have this one of a kind, hard to find exclusive. No.
Really. One time we were coming back to Vegas, and I had a whole bunch of stuff that Chip Foose gave me.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
It was the rides cars that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
We go and build all custom cars like the bear, the Build-A-Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a couple of those, and I had the clear cases to go with them. And excuse me, I had taped them all up and put them on top of my suitcase. And I got there, and they said, no, you can't do that. I said, well, what's going to take to ship them home? And they said like $75. And I said, you know what? I'll just get set later from Chip when I see him later. And the guy standing there said, hey, you got grandkids? He said, yeah, there. So we got $500-600 worth of stuff for free.
Only Mike Zarnock can give away gifts from Chip Foose and be like, I'll get some more later.
Right.
And they were just, Chip signed every one of them and everything else. So kids are probably wondering, what's this on there, But like I said earlier, it's just a lot of fun, We all have fun when we do it,
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever get a chance to do, to make it to a Nationals, or definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm. And bring an extra suitcase. Because I know it's fun to go through security with an empty bag, and they're like, "Why do you have an empty bag?" I'm like, "It'll be full on the way back." But I think I'm gonna, because I can check it this year. So I think I'm just gonna check the empty bag too, so I don't have to deal with it. But I'll have my backpack. So
I went someplace. Like I showed you my bag, right?
no, yeah, I've seen that bag before.
Right.
I have a brand new one for this year.
So I don't remember where I was coming back from, but I had probably 100, 200 loose cars, and I had them all rolled up in toilet paper. Now, Lieutenant, goes through my bag goes through the X-ray thing, and there is all of these rolled up little bundles, a couple hundred of them. Exactly, all right, Bob, we got a hot one here. And they called me over, and he says, they showed me the picture. He says,
I'll get it. Oh,
and I said, I went for the bag. And he said, "Don't touch it." I said, "They're Hot Wheels."
I'll be back in 1 minute, guys. I got to run grab.
Okay. So I said, "They're Hot Wheels." And he looked at me and I said, "Well, here, you open the bag, take one out, unroll it." And he did. And he says, "Wow, you cut. I know you. I've seen you before." Yeah, okay, I'm Mike Zarnock, But he said, "Okay, here you go," But yeah, when you're going through the X-ray machine and they see all these little toy cars, and one time I had all blister pack cars in there, and the guy says, "What are you doing with all these Hot Wheels?" And I got Hot Wheels shirt on, I got Hot Wheels all over me, and I'm going to a Hot Wheel convention. Oh, they have conventions for that stuff? Yep. Or we'll bring hot sausage here from New York out to. Okay, there you go. And my wife brought a whole bunch in hers, and they all thought it was like little sticks of dynamite. And the whole place went bananas, and it's like, no, man, it's sausage from New York. So,
Body cavity search?
No, almost. But yeah, the stuff that we bring through, you never know.
This is true. Oh man, the thing for me is like all the stuff that's not on the books, as far as like events and going to things like that. It's like the breakfast swap, the lunch bash, guys pizza, all these little things that the other clubs and
Right.
individuals do for each other. I love that stuff.
Yeah, there's
do you guys
so many. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Do you guys get to participate in that as well, or is your schedules kind of cramped that from happening?
Well,
other than Thursday.
That's how my schedule gets filled up, is because somebody will want like the Hardy deal, and another club will do want to do something, and I love coming out and participating in all these things. So I have to look at my schedule. I'm sorry, I can't go at this time. But I can, go to other things. So that's not only the stuff that I'm scheduled to do, but again, all of that. Joe, where'd you go?
I don't know.
We lost Joe.
Well,
but yeah,
he can come back.
Maybe his computer broke.
You never know.
But that's the cool thing is that all the clubs have their own thing going on, and it's a part of it's a part of the event. You know what I mean? Because, that's what everybody does. Everybody plans something. Roy's always got something going on. Joe's got something going on. There's all kinds of different Hot Wheel clubs that have something going on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best part about it, I think.
But it does get to the point where you're like, all right, so I got this at this time, this at the same time, this at the same time. All right, I think if I do this quick, I can run over here and do this one. Like you have to figure out, you literally have to pick and choose sometimes. It's like, well, I want to do that, so I'm going to do that. All right, and then you're going to be like, oh, wait, they're right over there. Okay, like last year in Columbus, we literally ran over to the Blackwall Liberation Blister Pull party. And like I ripped my Canadian Cadillac, wherever it's at, it's over there, I think. But I ripped the Cal Customs Cadillac because it had the white walls on it for the Blackwall Liberation, and I left something else too. And then we went back to the other event, and it was and there was another event going on, in the same area as us, and then racing went on later. I mean, there's so many things that go on that you just have to kind of figure out what you're going to do.
It's backwards, Joe.
I know. I can't figure that out.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, because if I go to point at Joe, even though he's on what is, this is my left, so I have to go, hey.
There you go.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's one
North
about it. That all of the other clubs, not all, but a lot of the other clubs will do stuff, and it's just part of the event. You know, you everybody talks about it. You know, at 11 o'clock we're going to go do this. You know, there was some drag racing going on, and you know, all kinds of stuff. So
we might have been involved in that.
yeah, and you know, there happened to be some money falling on the ground, you know, stuff like that. But you know, illegal Hot Wheels street racing. So
or dinner cars going down an escalator.
Yeah.
Yep.
And red lines.
You know, it's kind of like when the Flintstones would go and at their convention, you know, all the crazy stuff you would see, and that's what we do. We have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's epic on so many levels. Now, how long does it take you guys to recover after you get back?
6 months.
I if you know I'm missing a week from home, who knows? You know, it probably takes me a month to recover. You know, catch up on the stuff that I missed, and physically, no. But you know, everything else that I didn't do for that week, plus I have that next week to do, and blah blah blah. So, but not physically. Physically, I think it's a vacation.
Oh, 100%.
Even though you stay up, you know, 20 hours a day,
Yeah.
eat once in a while.
Pretty much. That'll be the thing. Like you'll eat, you know, like we normally get up and grab a shower and then head out and go find breakfast. And we may not eat again until like,
Right.
you're like, hey man, it's like 3 o'clock. You want to grab something to eat? Like, well, dinner's in a couple hours. Let's just keep going. So then we just keep going.
So you end up in the bar at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eating a bag of
You
fries.
grab a sandwich or something, and
Yep.
you know,
Well, I guarantee we'll be walking across the street to the mall again this year.
It reminds me, I wanted to reach out to Izzy and be like, hey, we should just go back to the mall again and have lunch where we met.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we met
That
Izzy
was
at
a
the food
total
court
act.
at the mall in Atlanta.
total accident.
the breakfast wasn't bad there. The last time we were there, actually, we had breakfast with Izzy and Diana a couple of times. I think Joe, I got a picture of you with me and Diana.
Yep.
At
In the lobby.
Yeah. But yeah, the food wasn't really super expensive, so you could enjoy, you know, a breakfast there, and the coffee was good too.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Starbucks, so it was really good. But
Thank God.
across the street, there's some decent. I think there was a.
There's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
Yep,
and,
there's the Chick-fil-A right across the street, so that'll probably be breakfast.
yeah. We walked down the other way. You walk out of the hotel and go to the right. We walked down there for like 20 minutes, and there was a restaurant with the worst service I have ever had in my entire life in any part of the country. It was horrendous.
Did they give you unsweet tea?
No, it was just the woman's attitude was terrible.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't work.
And you got a party of like, 5-10 people. You know she's going to get a monster tip.
Yeah.
And she was still cranky. So
It wasn't a themed restaurant, was it, Mike?
which one?
Just didn't get. It wasn't like a themed restaurant where that was the humor. Did you?
No. It was
Okay.
a breakfast place. We went. There was Marcia and Chris and Tina and I. I think Brandy and Sammy were down there. I mean, like everybody. Well, honey, April and Jeff were there.
Hi, Tina.
She's in bed. She's down other end of the office or in the bedroom. But Joe said hello, honey. Hi, Joe. But yeah, I mean, everybody was there, and they were grabbing like 18% gratuity. Marcia bought a mug to bring back home, and they charged her the 18% gratuity on top of.
Jeez.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, Marcia said, "Here's your tip. Smile." But yeah, you know, there's some decent places to eat out there. So we yeah, Maggiano's is across the street too.
Yeah, I just seen
Oh,
that
okay.
actually. I have it up on Crown. I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, Little Italy right
There's a
across the street.
burger joint I was told to go visit too. We have a lady that works at the bank who moved up here or back here from the Atlanta area, so we're gonna try that too. I think if we can find a ride. Question for you, Mike. What do you think about Ferrari coming back? Now, I've heard this rumor now. It's supposedly gotten stronger, but I have not heard anything official that is happening.
Not that I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, I would think if it were to happen, it would be at Nationals, maybe being let out there. But I mean,
you have to look at it in a how many different. All right, Brent, you're the Mercedes guy.
Okay.
How many different color Mercedes do you have? And how many goofy color Mercedes do you have?
I've got quite a few.
Okay.
I've definitely, any book you open, I've got more than they have.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
I think I have 37 different ones right now.
When it comes to Ferrari red, Ferrari yellow, and maybe Ferrari black, how many of those can you do?
Yeah.
And you're paying big licensing for those three colors.
Yeah.
It to me, and this is just my opinion, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because they can't do it in any color that they want. They can't change the wheels to make it look like they want. They can't put it in the art car series. You know, Ferrari, right.
You can't do
Ferrari's big thing is it has to look like a Ferrari. It has to have
Yeah.
our badging. It has to have our colors. It has to have everything that it's supposed to be. So for a toy car, you know, it's not conducive.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah.
So as far as going after the licensing, I personally don't think, you know, I may be wrong, but you know, they caught a lot of flack for just changing a color, you know,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't worth it, I think, to them, you know, to have to deal with that, where they
Yeah,
portion
I agree.
that, you know.
Mike, one of the designers, I can't remember, I think it might have been Dave Weiss told me once that the Range Rover was the same way. They had put a Range Rover, I believe it was, in a Matchbox set with the, different characters on it, and they went, "No, that's not us. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to. You can't do that." And they went through licensing, and they had to pull it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
When Eric Cherney did the Rockster, remember that? Looked like a Jeep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that one has, I think, 3 or 4 different grill variations to it. Because every time that they saw, Jeep came and said, "That's our Jeep," and Eric said, "No, that's not your Jeep. That's the Rockster. That's my design." But so, well, the grill looks like a Jeep, so I got to change the grill. And there's a lot of. It's not like when Hot Wheels started out. And Ford and Chevy said, "Oh, cool, kids are going to buy Chevrolets and Fords." Not anymore.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, you got a Chevrolet out there, and we want part of our cut."
Yeah.
So, they got guys out there that watch that stuff all day, every day. And if something looks like a Jeep or something looks like a Land Rover, they want their cut, or you better cut it out. And, all that licensing stuff is really, really, I've sat and talked with Carson Lev so many times about it. There's just so many trivial things that go on that, you have to stay with it. Those contracts are that deep. And if you, variate off of just one thing, they get upset. They may fine you. You may lose the contract. Who knows what happens?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the designers design a car not knowing all the fine details of the licensing sometimes, and it's like, okay, I designed the car, now it's got to go to licensing
Yep.
and figure if it passes, and they got, yeah, it's a lot of money, a
There was-
lot.
I don't know if you ever heard the story. Julian ever tell you about a story about I think it was a BMW maybe or Mercedes that he drew the card and
No,
and whichever company it was says you can't use our picture. And Julian said, I drew that. And he said, no, you didn't. That's our picture. And Julian said, all right, and he drew it right there in front of him. These guys are that good that they can make a drawing look like a picture. So, and here this is Julian's artwork, and they're thinking that it's their stock photo.
It's a picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, there's just so many things that Hot Wheels has to contend with that a lot of people don't see, in the background.
All right,
Licensing
so
is one of the big ones.
are you gonna make it home before the eclipse?
I'm going to be in the air for the eclipse, and you know what's really weird is that my house is on that route of where it's going to be pitch black. So people are traveling all over our state. I mean, we have signs everywhere. Leave early, do this, do that. And I'm going to be in the air where everybody in my neighborhood is going to be probably, in their front yard, looking at the eclipse because our street is right on that route.
Nice.
Very cool.
So I don't know if I'll be able to see it in the sky.
Because that's the 8th, right?
Yeah. I'll be coming home. It's a Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be back here. So
Yeah.
but obviously, I think we're getting like a 30 or 40% or something around here.
Yeah, we're getting 100% right here.
Yeah. I went down to Kansas a couple years ago for that, and it was pretty neat.
Yeah, they're. I don't know why, but it's taken New York State, turned everything upside down. People, the schools are off, some buildings are off, but all you law enforcement people everybody has to work, and all the prison guards are all on high alert and all kinds of crazy stuff.
it's
No fun for
Y2K
you,
all
Joe.
over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
We
it's not. Detroit's not in the trajectory. It's going to go through Ohio, south of us, the main trajectory. So, but I'll be home
So
and I'll
it's-
probably sleep right through it.
So for Ohio, it's just gonna be
Get a
another
lot.
normal day.
Ooh.
Right.
Yes. But you know what? Their football stadium's going to look good for the first time.
Yeah, because nobody can see it.
I don't know nothing about football, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to Hot
Unless it's a Hot Wheels.
So we got a question here. Do you have personalized Hot Wheels glasses for watching the eclipse?
No, I don't know. Tina bought a whole bunch of them somewhere. The ones like when you go to the movies, the 3D jobbies. I think a couple of years ago, I used my welding helmet, and I looked at it with my welding helmet. But no, nothing special. Nothing I know of.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're going to be, it looks to be like in the 50 range. So.
Go be in Mississippi.
No, 50% eclipse is where what the Midwest will be.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a lot of counting for me. I don't know if I can count that high.
Just take shoes off, you'll be fine.
Yeah, if the dogs haven't eaten them all yet,
That's true.
and they got another pair. Oh, there's Thomas Schick. I haven't seen him. Yes, Corey, we are still going. Let's see.
Corey, which Corey? Which Corey?
Spencer.
Hey,
It better roll, Corey. It better roll.
Better roll. Yeah,
Everybody see the picture he drew of?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I've got one of my own coming.
I already got mine. How is your autograph skills, Brent?
0.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't autograph anything. No one wants to see that. Besides,
Let's see.
that's why you get, you got to get cool things autographed.
Wow, that has to be an old one because I don't sign them on the card anymore because they're so
2018
hard.
LA.
Yeah, they're so hard to do on the card. I put them on the top of the blister now.
Yep, 2018 LA.
Wow. Yeah.
And I didn't know you at the time, and Mr. Brian Klein stopped you because you had your insurance deal, and we were standing in line, and this was one of the only times that I had it with me, and Brian was like, "Hey, Mike, can you sign this for my buddy Brent?" And you set your backpack down, and you signed it real quick, and then you had to run off. So.
And you were there?
Yes. But we didn't know each other at that time. So.
Oh no, we met in Iowa.
Yeah. Well, for the second time, but yeah.
Let's see here. Reagan wants to know, when are you coming back to the land of corn and cow?
I don't know. We were talking about it next year, right? Were we talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
So
I might have to work something out.
Yeah,
I'll
that might be the goal. We just got to make it work schedule wise.
yeah, that's the big part, the schedule.
Yeah, even the Clipses favor Ohio over Michigan. Wow.
Who won the national championship this year? Who won the national? Oh, that's right. Not
Anyway.
Ohio.
Someone says, I'm bringing my Zarnock rod to get signed.
Yes, that's Diecast Media Network. I think his name is Chuck. I think he was here earlier on on Facebook, and he switched over. Derek Hahn has a question. Derek is from the Des Moines Club, and his question is this: are you going to go back to the Midwest Convention again this year?
I didn't know they were having a Midwest convention this year.
Yeah, I was not aware of it either. So,
I haven't heard anything. I haven't been asked by anybody. No, when? I mean, this is already.
Yeah.
This is March, April coming up.
In
So
days.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Aaron at all. I sent Aaron a picture of some graphics I wanted to do on Overkill. Have him do them, and he didn't say anything. And that was a couple of days ago that I.
He just posted on. I saw it on Facebook. He does have a date for it. I just saw that.
let's see. Somebody just posted the date here. Derek said he thinks it's the 13th and 14th of July.
Oh, is that Syracuse Nationals date?
I'm not sure.
No.
Let's see if I can find it.
I know we've got shows around either side of that date as well, so it's going to be a busy summer.
Well, like I said, he hasn't asked me, so as far as of right now, I know nothing about it, and I don't have plans to be there. So
Okay. Yeah, it's
yes, it is, Mike.
that was Reagan. Hot Wheels Hunter says this, and this is true. Yeah, we have not mentioned that, and we haven't really talked about this show tonight. But yeah, Fremont, July 27th, our big show. Lee and Angela are going to be here from Nuclear Mines, so that's going to be a huge, huge day for us.
Yeah.
So maybe
next
year.
I wish I could have made it this year to you guys, but
Well,
I know.
I guess we'll just have to plan for something for next year.
Yeah, I think we do need to make that happen. And
we will.
Joe, I mean, I wish
Nobody
all of
wants
our
me.
friends-
Nobody wants me. Everybody wants Mike. I'd rather see Mike than me too. I mean, look at him. He cleaned up. I'm in a t-shirt.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
probably
in a t-shirt.
showered. He did his hair.
yeah.
I got no hair.
He's got
I
everything
combed
parted
mine.
correctly.
You know, put him on a soapbox, and he's gonna look sexy and tall.
Yeah, big soapbox. That's the only way I'm going to look.
We look forward to seeing you there, Derek, and we appreciate you coming out. And you know, everybody's welcome to come because you know that's how we roll. That's how we roll out here.
Joe, I think the only guy shorter than me is Jason Thompson. So,
yeah, he's definitely a
Mini
short
me?
person. Yeah.
I had to put that in there.
Yes. If he wasn't running his auction, he'd hear this right now. But we'll definitely tell him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, you know,
Definitely.
Yeah.
every now and then somebody's texting me and saying, "Hey, you know, you better go, you know, on the Mafia auction right now because you know Jason's talking about you, so you better go see what he's talking about."
That guy's something else. Love him to death.
Yeah, you know that, and that's another thing. We all know each other. You know, all you gotta do is say somebody's first name, and everybody knows who you're talking about, and everybody's little quirks. You know, I took a picture with Jason one time where I was even standing shorter than him. So, you know.
Is that possible?
That's just one of the things that everybody teases him about.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah,
he does get a lot of flack over it.
Well, he brings it on himself. You know that guy.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying, "Oh, I'm 6'3". I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
you're not."
But you know the people that we know in the like you said, you know, we could travel around the country definitely, and not have to spend money for hotel room or eat or
No. Yeah.
You know, especially at my house, the way my wife cooks Italian, and you know, there's more than enough food always. Ask Reagan, okay? You know, John Muldowney used to come here, and I would have to fight him for my wife's mashed potatoes because he would hog the mashed potatoes all the time.
Road trip.
Yeah,
I love me some mashed potatoes.
But yeah, it's just cool, you know, the people that we know, the things that we get to do, and all that. So, again, whoever asked that question, if you can get to an event, you know,
Yeah,
people plan their vacations, their family vacations.
I know I do.
Convention, you know.
This is my vacation. Every year is my vacation.
100%. I have not had a vacation in a year, and I'm so excited for tomorrow to be over because it's like 10 days.
You know, so if Mom would let Dad just pick the vacation for the year, this year, one time, you know, it'll be at a Hot Wheel event.
Are you bringing your olives?
No olives, no way, man. No, abso-freaking-lutely no way. No olives.
What's up with olives? Why don't I know this?
Oh my God. My wife loves olives. I can't stand them.
I love black, green, doesn't matter. I love them both.
No, my wife's the same way. She will take a container of olives to work for lunch. She eats them.
Not quite that bad.
Eats them.
I mean, I'll
for
snack
snack.
on them, but
She'll put them on things. Yeah, no way.
Oh, I love them. My grandbabies love them. We get a botana, and it's like we got to get 4 layers of olives just because they'll eat them all, and I don't get any.
Nope.
They're great. Nope. All right, now I know what to get you for Christmas.
Yeah, pepperoni.
Socks. Socks that have olives on them?
You know what? I go to the deli and I see the stuffed olives. They got mozzarella in them.
Yes.
They got all kinds of stuff on them. They look so good. But it's the olive. If you could take all that stuff out of the olive, I'll eat that stuff. But I just can't.
Just pretend it's a green pepper. You'll be all right.
No, I love green pepper.
That's what I'm saying. It's a green pepper, not an olive.
All right. Have you ever soldered with 50-50 solder?
No.
Okay.
Well, 60-40-10.
Did you ever put it in your mouth while you're working?
No.
Okay. I have. When I was younger. So you get this really dull, mellow taste from the flux.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's what green olives taste like.
Nasty.
I tried them, and I get that taste in my mouth, and I can't.
See,
Back when
When
I
I
was
would-
drinking, I ate black olives once on a pizza that I didn't
Oh,
know.
I love black.
Oh no, pass, hard,
Yeah.
hard pass. So you're
The
talking about
pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza, Mike.
No.
no,
Oh,
absolutely not.
Mozzarella,
I'm okay with it.
mushrooms, pepperoni,
Yep.
peppers,
Yep.
No vegetables except tomato sauce.
no.
what do you mean no vegetables?
What?
Onions, green
Yes.
peppers, mushrooms.
No, absolutely
100%.
not.
Oh,
No.
Chicago deep dish pizza with the meat in the.
yes.
Okay.
Ooh, bad.
Now where I live, there's 100 different pizza shops, and they're all phenomenal. And actually, each one of them is named Tony's. So you got Tony's on Bleecker Street, you got Tony's on Berg Street, you got, but yeah, pizza out here, amazing.
Now we got one great pizza place. Barstool rates it at 9.7. Freddy's Pizza, 2 blocks from my house. Oh,
I
great.
would think Detroit would have a lot more pizza products.
We do have them, but Freddy's Pizza is the best. Buddy's is like commercial deep dish, but it's good too. But Freddy's Pizza, Barstool's 9.7.
Okay.
Nice.
So you were talking about the soldering and the flux and whatnot. If we did that in the Navy and we had it in our mouth, we had guys that would charge a capacitor and then discharge it on the on the flux, and you get zapped. I'm like, okay, never again will I do that.
Well, that's a rite of passage when you take the condenser and you charge it off of the coil. Well, these young kids don't know anything about points and condensers. But you take the condenser, ground it, and charge it against the coil, and you throw it to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Homemade grenade.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
I got a taser.
Oh,
We have our loose
No.
Hot Wheels go into taser boxes.
well, There's another question. What are your guys' favorite conventions to go to? Mark and Jennifer shows. I mean, those are awesome shows. The LA show, of course, and the Nationals, which are
Wherever they are.
wherever they end up. It's to me, I'm not speaking for these guys, but it's again a family oriented thing. You can bring your kids, you can bring your wife, you can bring your girlfriend. Don't bring your girlfriend and your wife.
No.
But
Yeah, that's happened.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And you know what? There has never that I can think of ever been a fight at one of these events. I have seen fights at other events, but I can't. Joe, you've gone to more than I have with Mark and Jennifer shows.
Yeah, we did have one. This was several years ago in LA. And the two guys were they had way too many pops, and that was it. But I mean, but fighting amongst collectors, or I want that car, like you'd see at scalpers in the store at Kmart or Walmart or whatever. No, we don't have that, not at all.
No.
Yeah, it's a family friendly thing. And again, you've heard us talk about friendships, that we've made over the years, and it's Mark and Jennifer's shows to me are the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're totally amazing. They run smooth. If there's an issue, they take care of it. And they have guys like you, Joe, and the other volunteers that are there that really bust your butt to make sure that everything runs well. So
we only can do what our leaders, and Mark and Jennifer are like you said, they're the best at it. They've been doing it forever. They know what if there's a problem, they fix it. They know how to get it fixed. They know who to go to or who to put on the task to make it right. And every one of the volunteers will do anything and everything within their power to get it done and put a smile on people's face and make them happy.
Yeah.
I mean, what last year was, or was it last year, or was it last year when the shipment didn't show up on time?
Yeah.
Or
sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah. And you guys still rallied and got everything done, and it still went off without a hitch almost.
Yeah, I mean, we were down there. I think the shipment showed up the day we were supposed to open up, hours before we were supposed to open up, and every one of the volunteers who was there went downstairs, and we did this massive assembly line, packing the bags, boom, 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 boom.
I've done that a couple of
Yeah.
times. You know, I walked in there and I see that they're scrambling, and roll my sleeves up and get right in there and just tell me what I got to do, and let's do it.
I think any one of us or any collector out there would do the same thing, though. That's just the nature of who we are as collectors.
Yeah. But I mean, we don't want to put. I mean, as a volunteer, we don't want to put that. And I guess I kind of speak for Mark. We don't want to put that on the attendees, and the collectors. I mean, that's we volunteer to do that. So it's like we don't want to take the time away from you. Although I know everyone who would jump in and do it, like you said. But we're there for serve you guys and make sure everybody else has a good time.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. People come to the event, and once you experience the whole euphoria of it all, you go home and you just remember all the cool stuff that you did. So I still do, and I'm part of the event. So.
Yeah, right. So I gotta double back here to Mr. Kent Bono, aka the Hot Wheel Hunter. He goes, "Does the old guy have a bedtime tonight, or is he prepping for next week?"
Which old guy?
And then
which one? Me?
And then Reagan says, "Which old guy?" And then Hot Wheel says the two on the top, which would be referring to Mike and Kent. So we're good, Joe.
Nice. Wait, you guys, wait.
We're prepping. That's what we're doing.
I mean, it's 9:00 here. It's what 10 there for you, Mike.
Is it? Yeah, so it's only 10:00.
Yeah,
10:00.
Yeah.
Hey, you're for this old guy. I work 28 years midnight shift, so I'm used to staying up all night. No problem.
Not me.
And we're barely into hour number 2.
Yeah, we just cracked hour.
Yeah, that's right. Hour number 2 of an hour show.
Right.
So
well, your
3
shows
hour
always
tour,
tend to go over, Mike.
Well, that's the
Well,
problem.
it doesn't help that I crashed the party, so.
I think it actually did help because now there's more. We need to figure out how many people we can do this with. What's the maximum we can do?
It could be like the Brady Bunch. Or no, the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Right?
If there was 10 of us, nobody would be. That would be a nightmare.
Or Hollywood Squares.
Ooh.
It'd be a game show.
Edgar wants to know what's your guys' thoughts on the Legends tour.
I enjoy it.
I
enjoy it.
I think it should be longer during the day.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to the one in South Carolina, maybe North Carolina, it was only like from 8:00 in the morning till noon, and those 4 hours flew by like it was 10 minutes. No, go ahead.
I remember when I went to Wichita the first year they did it, when they were doing way more stops.
Well, they did the speed tour, or
I ended
the cross country tour.
Yeah, the cross country tour. I ended up going down the night before. I get down to Wichita, and I got off work, drove down, which is like a 4 or 5 hour one-way trip. Find a place to crash, and I was the first person in line at 6 a.m. I'm like, and there was people still getting in after that, trying to line up. So that excitement level was really cool. Would I do it again? Maybe not. Like drive overnight.
That was the cool thing. You did it. Walker told me a story. He went. I don't remember which one it was, but he went with Brendan like 2 years ago, and people were camping out at Walmart the night before. So they got their tent and they got their lawn chair and they got their sleeping bag. So Walker walks up with Brendan, and guys are standing there. He says, "What are you guys doing?" He says, "No, Joe."
I know the story.
the guy said, "Oh yeah, we're here for the Hot Wheel event." Oh really? What's going on? So the guys are explaining to Walker and Brendan about the whole Legends Tour thing. They have no idea who Walker is. They have no idea who Brendan is. They just think the two guys walking up on there trying to get into their, into their line. And then the next day there's Walker and Brendan doing autographs and, all that stuff. Yeah. We're here to get that 55 Chevy Gasser. And Brendan's going, "Oh, is that a cool car?"
What's that?
See, that's when you know that someone's in it for the money and not for
Yes.
the actual hobby.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, if you're there to get a gasser and you don't know who Brendan is, it's like, he's the reason that this car exists.
Right.
And
it's home in his garage. But,
no,
it's not. No, it's not.
At the time, it might have been.
Right. Then it was.
But it's since found a new home. So
now, can you imagine knowing who Brendan is, and you're there to meet Brendan, and he walks up on you while you're in line, and you know who he is? I mean, I'd be like Fred Flintstone, hamana, 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 ham. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah.
So
It's not like Mike Zarnock walking up on you and getting that kind of shock.
Oh, that was me in 18 when he autographed this one for me. I was like, thanks for taking your just a minute. I appreciate. I was like, and now it's like, hey, Mike, what's up?
You didn't even ask me. You had everybody ask me.
Yeah, well, because I'm like, I don't know him. I can't ask. And then Brian Klein, he's just like, hey, Mike, can you sign this real quick? Yeah, and it was done, and off you had to run, and I was happy that I got it, and it's part of my private collection, and it's not going anywhere. So.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
Is there going to be a Mid-State Live show in Atlanta?
You left?
I see. Is there?
Yeah, I know, right?
Live show in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. It may not be.
Thursday night. Yes, Thursday night. There will be a live show.
Well, there might be one like Wednesday. We might squeeze something in, or we might do a Friday night something just like a show
Brent,
off.
You're not helping me.
Stuff.
You're not helping me, Brent.
Yes,
oh no,
we are doing.
We will be live Thursday night for the Hardy Adams Invitational. It just
the R-rated.
It will be the R-rated version. It will not be Mid-States Live. It will be the Hardy Adams Invitational live from Atlanta.
I still have all the film from the first one in Iowa.
Oh yeah.
I filmed that whole Hardy event, and I never did anything with it. So we'll have to do something with it.
Well, if you have any close-up pictures of the car that I built, I would love to have one, because for some reason I took progress pictures of every single step of the car except the final product. So
I'll have to look.
The only pictures I have are from other people's snapshots of pictures, so I don't have an actual nice picture of the car. So I'm rebuilding
it was kind of dark at that time too, because everything was outside.
Yeah, you guys did it outside.
And it was muggy, and I was slightly intoxicated. I'd been on a boat. I'd be on a boat all day, so.
Yeah. Now, going back to that live question, typically I do live streams on Collectors Events Unlimited on the Facebook site. So if we get the Facebook site back up, there's some issues right now with Facebook, but I do live streams on that quite frequently at the conventions and the nationals. One way or another, we'll figure out a way to go live and do some, so people who can attend can get an inside look at what goes on and, want to come,
Yeah, because you do fun things like scavenger hunts and go find stuff.
There could be some scavenger hunts. There could be some hide and seeks. I do that. Mark and Jennifer graciously let me do that on their page and give away some stuff. But we'll do the autograph line. Maybe get a couple seconds with Mr. Mike there and some other designers and see the downhill races, the custom contests, some of the seminars. Little spot into the dinner. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that.
Part of the scavenger hunt. When the kids come looking for She might have a bracelet or something to give the kids and check it off on their list.
Yeah.
One time she had to get an autograph from Mrs. Zarnock, and all the kids are like, are you Mrs. Zarnock? Are you Mrs. Zarnock? And then one time they had to get something from Marcia, and they had to look for the lady with the pink hair. So it's just so much fun for the kids and for everybody.
I like this comment. This is one's for Joe. It says, "Is it true that sunglasses must be worn in your room, Joe?"
Typically, yes. Yes. I do bring the big old shop lights. I don't think I'm bringing those this time. I'm afraid the girls might knock them over, but there will be it'll be well lit. I bought some new lights.
Yeah, it's
everybody gets a tan when they go in Joe's room.
yes.
Yes.
You'll be walking down the hall and you'll see his hangout sign that it's got the Lower I-57 on it, and you just see like a beam of light shooting out of the hallway. It's like, yeah, that's
All right, so now I got to bring the lights, guys. Now I got to bring them.
I'll have my sunglasses. I'll be good. So
just watch the girls with them really hot ones, man.
Yeah, the LEDs, not the old style ones. They're LEDs now. So.
And I got burnt on mine so many times.
Oh yeah.
Just make sure the vampires stay away because they will melt.
yeah,
It is right in there.
Yeah, garlic and olives. I keep them in my room all the time. Mike, you're invited.
Garlic I like, but no olives.
Bigfoot may be safe, but vampires, not so much. Yeah, Mike, you're gonna miss the Bigfoot convention here in Nebraska at the end of April.
Is there one? Seriously?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I saw it on a billboard outside of Grand Island, so I went and found the website and I sent it straight to Mike the other day. I said, "Hey, we gotta go."
Listen, the last time I saw Bigfoot, it was Lee Majors battling Andre the Giant on the $6 Million Man TV show.
Yes, and there's a doll of that. Did you know that?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Right now, half the audience is going, "Who? What? Huh? These guys are old."
Well, 2 out of
Gen X.
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 4.
I like watching the vending machine pulls. Yeah, those are fun.
Oh, those are great, especially when the kids win. Oh, that's fantastic.
They go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to get a couple of those this year. Come back
Yeah.
to Charlotte and we can go to dinner up here at Morrisville. What was that?
Mooresville and Mooresville is what it was. Let me see here. Mike, if you could have Mattel make a car that hasn't been made, what would you choose?
Oh, other than
Overkill?
Overkill, my S10. I really not because it's my own car, but the Turtle Deck T. They did it. They did Willie Borsch's car early when they did the 2-pack, but then they never did it again. They had a T bucket. They have the Bantam, but they never did anything more with the Turtle Deck. There's so many cars that they could do with the Turtle Deck. Oh yeah, my wife said a red convertible Fiat Spider.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Who would want one of those?
An Alpha Spider would be cool too.
Yeah.
There you go.
It just maybe get away from the JDM stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
See,
Here comes.
Please.
Hey,
I would
here it comes.
I would like a '79 Chevy Malibu.
okay.
They've got the El Caminos, the Grand Nationals, the Olds 442s. They have the Chevy Stalkers. It's like there's got like every G body. No Malibu, but Johnny Lightning has done a great job with those.
Yeah, well,
I have all of those. So
I would love to see a sedan delivery series.
mm.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
There
55,
there you go.
57,
59.
59, 58.
Yeah.
Like you
60.
do 5 of them.
There you go.
I've asked those guys a million times. They would be awesome, but they have to put a Skyline in there, or
Well, yeah. Well, they make one.
what?
They make a Skyline wagon.
Yeah, well, but it's not delivery.
No, but I mean,
It can
could.
be.
Yeah, well, they did do the 60 delivery.
64 Novas, yeah.
No, but they also did the 60 Impala, and I think right a few years ago.
I don't recall that one.
Was it
I know they did an 8-crate, basically.
Where
Like-
are you at?
dark blue or purple or something?
Mm,
But either way,
I'm not sure.
I would
This is what
love
I
to
was-
see some deliveries.
This is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, a lot of people like wagons. A lot of people like two-door wagons and
Yeah.
deliveries and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Reagan wants the 55 Fairlane Gasser. James
Yeah.
wants a 57 Chevy Gasser. Hot Wheel Hunter wants the Stage Fright, needs to come back. So, stage Fright Gasser? That sounds interesting.
Ooh.
That's.
Yeah,
Kevin
I think-
says,
right there.
I think Brendan made one of those. Oh no, that was he made a Stage Fright Datsun 510 wagon
Yeah.
once.
nice.
Yeah.
It was for the Hardy Adams.
Huh?
Oh, I
And
think
it
I
was.
didn't see it.
it was
Yep.
It did not get saved. It was not allowed. to
It
be
did
saved.
not. It did not. It got hammered.
Yeah, it would have to be if it came.
Just
from-
like the DeLorean Datsun wagon.
Oh yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that car.
Always got to have a Stage Fright around.
Kevin says the only violence he ever saw was when he saw a 55 gasser kit lit on fire.
Oh. Pittsburgh.
See,
Yep.
I think I might have heard that story a couple of times.
I think I got the video on my computer here.
Yeah.
I may have been there for that one.
I unfortunately was not. LA was 18 was my first convention, so
Yeah, that was something
Yeah,
else.
nudge
that
Brendan
was-
for me for the Stage Fright. I will do, man, will do. Because I'm gonna ask him again about the Malibu for like the third time. See if we got any closer since the last time I seen him.
I've been in the presence of all the guys at Mattel, where the designers will just come out and say, can we do some American cars?
I was
Yep.
gonna say, I think Brendan said that once in Sioux City. Yeah, there we go.
Love it.
How many times?
Yes, right there. Where's it at? Bring it back. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Pontiac Aztec. Woo!
There you go. That's an ugly ride, but it's cool.
It is cool.
Do you know the hidden references in that car?
I know one of them.
Yes. I know one
Yes. The color starts. Well, we'll just say Breaking Bad and leave it at that. You guys figure it.
Okay.
I don't know if I can get it
Yep.
to show or not.
The color. I love it.
But yes, there is a top hat and a pair of sunglasses in the back.
You know,
Nice.
you know how when Mattel comes up at the end of the event and puts all the slides up,
Yeah.
and everybody's showing the new models, and then they look over to me and go, "What do you think of that one, Mike?" And it's another JDM, but they all look at Jimmy and say, we need something other than JDM.
Yeah.
Well, my answer to the question when we were talking about a car that hasn't been done yet is first gen Shelby Dakota. Just because I think it's cool.
No reason at all.
No, none whatsoever. I mean, they're only made 1,500 of them. The first small truck to get a V8 in them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they're cool.
they did the Little Red Wagon.
Yeah.
So, why not?
Yeah.
I'm just happy we're getting the Typhoon finally.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. Finally.
So you have a Typhoon and you have the
We got the Cyclone
Cyclone.
years ago, and it took forever just to put a different rear end on it and send it. No more Fast and Furious.
Not until the Jensen Interceptor has been done.
that would be a good one.
What car? Oh,
That
That's a good one.
The Jensen Interceptor
Yep.
with a 440. You know,
Let's see.
But a lot of people don't know what a Jensen Interceptor is. So
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I would be afraid of.
Nope, I don't.
But again, you know, with all the JDM stuff, if you look around at all the younger crowd, those are the cars that the younger crowds are into.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, that's how Mattel is getting them more people to buy Hot Wheels because, you know, like us with, you know, G-body cars and 442s and 57 Chevys, you know, the JDM cars are those kids' hot rods. And
Yeah.
no matter what we say or think, you know, we're already hooked.
Yeah.
We're the,
Mhm.
you know, we're yeah.
They
yeah.
think they might have me.
Yeah. So, you know, they know that if they throw us a 442 or a 57 Chevy or 55 Chevy, we're going to be okay with it. Or Corvette, Mustang. But they need to get the younger kids involved, and they're doing that with the JDM stuff. You know, Walker and I were 10 years apart, and the cars that he liked were a lot different than the cars that I like, and that's just 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Yeah.
look at my son Cody, who is you know, he's 30 now, and I'm 65. So there's, you know, 35 years there. The stuff I like, he has no idea what it is, unless he goes and looks in the driveway. But you know, and I have no idea. Sometimes I'll have to ask him, hey, you know, what is that? And he'll, you know, go into saying it's, you know, whatever. But and those are the cars that Mattel is making now. So.
Yeah, and they have to appeal. They have to sell cars. I mean, it's a business, so they have to sell cars. You know.
We're just 30% of the market, so.
But we're very vocal. That's the other.
Well, you know, Amy Boylan was a big. That was her thing, you know. When she told everybody that they were going to, or she wanted to do a Hot Wheels club, and she wanted to hear from the collectors, and she wanted to have boards. And all the other people at Mattel said, you're absolutely nuts. You know, companies don't do that. And she said, that's, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to hear from the collectors. I want to hear from the people that are buying our product. I want to hear, you know, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. And, you know, HotWheelsCollectors.com came about, and it just blew up. You know, there was and any given day, there was like 30,000 people on those boards every day.
Yeah.
It was a game changer for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you know, I remember meeting her in Cincinnati. What was that? Yeah, 2002, somewhere around there.
2002, 2003, yeah, something like that.
You know, and then Reston, Virginia, but you know, here's the senior vice president coming out and handing you a car and saying, you know, thank you very much, whatever. But you know, Mattel has really, really gone out there and rubbed elbows with you know, with the collectors, and you know, learned what we want, and they definitely have their ear to the ground for everything that's, you know, that's going on there out in the hobby.
Yeah, and from a money side, it opened up a whole new venue as opposed to the cars on the shelves. Now we have a collector's market online that wouldn't have been there, you know, or they would have been behind the 8 ball with somebody else done it, you know, but she was ahead of the curve, and look where it's taking us.
Number one toy. I mean, like every second, 6 or 10 of them are sold, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's been the last 3 days for me.
I was gonna say, every time I've gone to the store lately, I've actually been getting lucky and actually finding cars, and I'm getting yelled at for it too. So,
so I want to go back to that earlier question about what cars you want to made. Well, we already know 57 Chevy Gasser, so I'm gonna stick away with that. 76 Olds Cutlass, either Cutlass Salon Supreme or a Cutlass 76 fastback with a 4.42 sport.
There you go.
Nice.
But
You know?
only guys like us would know what that is. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I mean, if you want to talk about a movie set, the one that comes to my mind is the Mad Max cars. And
Ooh, yeah.
but again, that gets into what Mike was saying about who's going to know that, and that's unfortunate that we can't. That younger guys don't understand the old stuff.
the Fast and Furious stuff. You know, they keep going with the franchise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're putting more movies out and all that. Did they do a Mustang with a what was it, a J something?
Yeah.
With the 2JZ engine in it.
Yeah. So did Mattel make one of those? No, but they could.
They made the
They
Mustang, but
They did.
it didn't have an opening hood, so you
Right.
know.
Right. So you had to wonder if it was the that engine in it. But you guys might know that I have a friend that has a Charger, blown tub Charger that looks just like the one from the movie. It says Fast and Furious on the windshield. It's actually a girl's car.
Nice.
And we cruise together all week long, and she can drive it. So, but like everybody said, they've been beating that franchise to death with carbs.
Well, it's probably a much easier licensing too, because I think the design of whole the movies is make more money. So yeah, they're going to get easier licensing from that one for sure.
I like some of the other cars that came from that movie, like the Corvette. There were a couple of different Corvettes in there.
They finally did the Yanko Camaro out of that set.
Right.
Finally.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Fonzie.
But they haven't. Yeah. But they haven't done the GTX yet.
Yeah, they didn't do the GTX.
And that's the thing too. I've had a 68 GTX and I had a 69 Roadrunner. I mean, I would love to have a Hot Wheels 69 Roadrunner, or have an A12 car, the 6-pack, paint the hood flat black and the whole deal. But I have to go and buy a Greenlight, because Greenlight did the 69 Roadrunner.
Yeah.
So, and every time I get together with those guys, it's like, it'd be great. My 68 Impala. Johnny Lightning did that.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Reagan sent me when I got over there in the shelf, right above Bigfoot. But yeah, there's so many cars that we've had that everybody else has had, that we would like to have done, which goes back to the question, the fantasy cars, yeah, we all know we'd love to see stuff that looks original without goofy tampos all over it.
No licensing on fantasy cars. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's and that's the thing. That's where they make their money. They can make
whatever
winners all day long and not have to pay anybody licensing for it. There's a lot of people out there that demand licensing.
Yeah. And let's face it, the guys at the Mattel are so creative that in their minds are just they can do anything in the world and everything, and if you don't have to get if you got to get a license for something, what's the sense of having designers? Just go out and copy something. No, these guys are great at what they do.
Yeah.
I want to see the fantasy cars. Me personally, love the donut car.
Yeah.
Just say
occupational hazard.
They gotta go.
Okay.
Well, being a cop, you got to have donuts.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got some more questions here. Lincoln's Toy Show wants to know what's your guys' opinions on the new override plan that just got unveiled. Well,
I'm not running away. I'm just looking for something.
I haven't seen that yet.
So basically, they're kind of going back to the future with it a little bit. You pay for your $9.99 digital, and then you can pay $99.99, and then you are guaranteed every exclusive car that is dropped. And they're saying anywhere between 1 to 3 cars. I think it's like a month or something like that.
Do you have to
Now
pay
this,
extra for the cars?
nope.
Pay for the cars.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So you got it's a exclusive membership to your membership. So you get
Yeah.
your membership for the first price, then you
Yeah.
get the exclusive override membership, and we'll offer you the cars first before we offer the members the cars.
Yeah.
But I thought the whole thing changed to where there were no significant amount of membership numbers. So it wasn't
Yep.
10,000 or 20,000. So everybody can join.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
When the
still
cars
true.
came out, everybody that wanted to buy one was able to buy one.
That was originally how you're right, but then when the numbers got so big and they were only making X amount of cars, then all the members in the Redline Club didn't get the cars because they sold out so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably a bot problem mostly, or people having 5 or 6 memberships,
Right.
whatever the limit was. So this is, I think, their way of saying, hey, the guys who really, really want this is your chance. You'll get ahead of the line, and it won't be a bot
Yeah.
problem now because, Brent has the override. He can get this. Brett, we'll give you a week to do it,
Right.
and you do.
Well,
Uh,
and I think it's a great idea if that's how it's going to work.
So the other great thing about override is that you have the right to say, you know what, I don't want this car. You can
Sure.
cancel it, get refunded your money for the purchase price of the car. Now you're limited to getting 1 car per override. So I have 2. I did it for both just because I know there are some cars that I will want 2 of, and I don't want to have to fight everybody for it, because when the sales go down at 11, I usually have a minor crisis at work that has to get dealt with.
Well,
So that's why I did it.
A lot of people have that issue. A lot of people, where's Bob? Oh, he's in the bathroom for a half an hour. He's ordering Hot Wheels. So, but right. But not everybody's boss is cool with that. Especially if you're working on a line and your station's getting missed or whatever. I've heard of some guys taking the day off to do that. So it does dig into your life.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that works and that's, I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
As long as the bots can't get in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd seen a joke that somebody had bought 1,000 of them or something like that.
1,000
wow. Oh, override memberships.
Oh.
I don't even.
I was like, yeah. Well, I don't know if that's possible.
You know what?
Sold out too.
I mean, do they have a specific number of override memberships?
10,000.
Okay, so it's going back to the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, the old subscription plan. Which I actually was a part of the old subscription plan, and I was really
too.
enjoyed that.
From day one. I was a member. Had got the bus, got the card, got everything.
Yeah.
And so then everybody complained. Oh, there's not enough memberships. There's not enough cars. So Mattel said, okay, we're going to open up the memberships. So everybody got to be a member. Then there weren't enough cars. Okay, now everybody's going to get a car. And then it's like, oh, I don't want that car. I don't want that car. Mm-hmm. And, and that was one of the things that I had talked to Amy about, was that, you can give everybody everything, but they still want more.
Mm-hmm.
So
you'll never satisfy that itch or that want.
So if my personal opinion is, if you go back to 5,000, 10,000 members, and you have 5 or 10,000 cars, that's it. Period. And if people don't buy the car, then you have them left over for later on. So,
Yeah.
but at least everybody that has a membership, because people out there got 3, 4, 5 memberships
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
because they get the cars. So, but
Yeah.
That's my idea. Have 5,000, 10,000 memberships and 5,000, 10,000 cars, and everybody gets a car and everybody's good.
So, let's see here. Do you guys feel like the NFT series is dying out? If I don't know if you guys are into it or not, I think it's like, it's a crapshoot, literally, in my opinion. Because
It is a big crapshoot. The cars are awesome; they're amazing, but it's a big crapshoot. And if you really want that casting, you're going to get it one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
High
people
risk.
spending big money for those cars.
High
And-
risk, low reward.
And even for the digital versions of it, there's people that are after, because, if you get every single one, then you can get into the category to get the ultra rare car at the end, which I believe is going to be a '83 Silverado this year, or there might be a new one by now. I have no clue. I'm not an NFT expert. I have some, but that doesn't mean I have a clue what I'm doing with it.
I got a whole bunch to promote them when they first came out, and I couldn't figure out how to open them. I couldn't figure out anything how to do with them.
Mhm.
So for the older guys like myself who really can't do anything with them,
Yeah.
wasn't really, and I don't get things to sell things. So if I had gotten the car that I could redeem for the car, I would end up getting that and hanging on to it. So where a lot of guys, they get them and they sell them and they make all kinds of money. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how many I have.
I have 3.
Let's see. No, I got to figure out. Well, I mean, like, of the physical ones, I have 2, but of the digital cards, I have 7. I have 23 of Series 5. I don't know what to do with them.
right. What are you gonna do with them? They're in your computer somewhere.
Yes,
Right,
that's
so,
exactly where they're at. They're in my computer.
They're in the
and there's
cloud.
Not a
Yeah,
lot I
in the
can
cloud.
do with it.
So
I know, as far as I'm concerned, I got the Power Wagon, so I'm happy, and I could probably quit ever doing those again. But that's just my opinion on it. Now, there was another question about the Elite 64 series. Personally, I like this series because what you get out of the car in terms of level of detail and what you pay for the car from purchasing from Mattel is unbelievable. $20 for the type of detail that you get. I mean, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think it's a great price, like you said, for the detail. It's amazing quality and craftsmanship. I personally didn't get any. The car's just not my castings and stuff, but they are amazing. They're beautiful cars.
Yeah.
And I figure if I don't purchase them, the guy who really wants them is going to get it. So,
right.
because like you said, I'm not going to buy something just to resell it anymore. I'm not going to do it.
There's just so many things that you can hang on to, and if you're really not, oh my God, I gotta have that,
Right.
then yeah. If that was a 63 split window, where the hood opened up and the doors opened up and all that, yeah, it'd be really cool. But I'm not into the 55 Gullwing. I'm not into the Kanos or whatever they are,
Right.
Yes, they're highly detailed.
Yeah, they're stunning,
but you could get that from an M2.
Mm-hmm.
You could get that from a Greenlight. You could get, and they're
Well, maybe not Greenlight, because all their stuff M2 tends to fall apart.
Yeah. Kaido House, they got some really great quality stuff.
They've got some
My stuff is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how much are those though? I've seen them go for $100.
Yeah, some of that stuff gets a little bit out
You know,
of
Some of them do. I've seen some of them as low as, $20, $25, $30 somewhere in that area. So And they're still high quality details. So
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm saying, it's a lot different to have a collection like that than
Yeah.
a collection of Hot Wheels. Like the 100% cars.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Right.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a green light there.
Yeah.
Gypsy Rose green light.
But it's got a painted engine. It's got, if you look underneath, it's got, the exhaust is painted. Yeah.
No,
Oh no, not that one.
not this one.
But
it does have a
the
painted motor.
the M2s are painted. All that, and there are more parts to them.
Yeah.
So of course it has to be more money. Just I want to say this past year or so, 2 years, Hot Wheels have gone up to $1.25, $1.29.
Yeah.
From 94 cents. They were under $1 for 55, 56 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing that they stayed that way. But the other cars, I've got a bunch of M2 stuff, and that's what, $6-7 car.
Yeah. And nobody blinks at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The car haulers, I've probably got every car hauler that's out there, and they're $16-17. So,
Chuck here talked about pre-order system, and it used to be that way before they changed it here recently. But I think the thing with the pre-orders, not knowing how many are going to end up finally being the final number, I think it just became too expensive, and it held up production. I don't know. That's my thought.
Right. No, absolutely right. Again, it goes back to, we have to wait to see how many members want these cars, and it would be, whatever it was. That's when they opened up all the memberships, as many memberships as you want to have, and buy as many cars as you want to buy. Where you go back to the 5,000 or 3,000 or whatever. That's exactly how many cars are going to be there. Mattel's going to make that many cars. They're already going to know ahead of time. So when they did 5,000 car run, it was done. And when you ordered it, you had it in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And now they got to wait for everybody to say, "Well, I want it." No, I don't want it. I want it. I don't want it. And again, you give everybody what they want, and they're really not.
They don't want it.
Yeah.
So, and they're not happy about the weight.
Right. Yeah.
So
they don't take into consideration that they're dealing with people overseas, and they're dealing with people that we can't get people here to work in a restaurant, let alone work in a factory, and they got people there doing the same thing. So.
And then the licensing and the work and everything as a step that takes time.
And
you can't please all the people all the time. You can only please some of the people some of the time.
But so and that's why you have to have your standards and do things the way that you want to do it. It's just like raising your kid. If you give your kid freedom all the time, the kid's going to be like, I want to do what I want to do. And if you give him structure, where he's going to be every night. Where all of that stuff. So if you have something like that, you have a certain amount of memberships, a certain amount of cars, and boom. I kind of figured that was gonna go that way when they said they're gonna open it up and everybody just have as many as you want and tell us how many cars you want us to make. Really?
I think it kind of hurt things for a while there.
Well,
with
like a lot of things. Yes, definitely. But if you schedule that car to be in a run for 5,000 cars, it's going to be made. If you say, well, we're going to have to wait and see if we need, 8,642 cars, but we can't run it right now because we're running all of these other things, that's going to hold up your production run. Mm-hmm. And when it gets to the point where they keep putting it off, and you have to wait a year to get the car that you ordered, and you've already paid for it, that's when people feel like that. But again, the collectors don't understand that's how, or how production is run, how a company is run, how, all of those things happen. So,
I mean, that's a great point that you just brought up, and I think even if we were to share all of this information and pass it along, there's still going to be folks that are like, "No, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me."
Mm-hmm.
right. I want a car. Here's my money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They just
Okay.
like people that pull out in front of big trucks. Oh, it's a big truck, got big brakes. It'll stop.
No.
Nope.
It'll run right
No.
through you.
Yeah. So they don't understand how things work.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. It
so
works. Same thing works with ships and destroyers.
there
I've
you go.
experienced that.
There you
Okay, so we got a couple more questions, and we're probably going to wrap things up unless you guys want to keep going.
go. We could go all night, man. You kidding me?
I know.
That's the problem. But when you got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's like, oh.
Um,
I'm off tomorrow. I'm on vacation as of 3 o'clock today.
I gotta go till 5 tomorrow, and then I'm done.
I still got Saturday and Monday.
Yeah.
Corey Spencer wants to know what was your guys' thoughts on the crowdsourced 55 gasser that did not happen.
I was bummed. I really wanted to see that happen.
Why didn't it happen?
Yeah.
They couldn't get enough backers for it.
Yeah.
My thing was the price point for me at the time was too high, and I couldn't, when I've got to think about, do I want something cool to set on my shelf, or do I want to keep my lights on? Sometimes you got to choose.
Right.
To, keep the lights on.
So it was an experiment that didn't happen.
And it may come back, in the future. Who knows?
My thing is like they offered the larger scale car if they reach so many people, and then you got the 1/64th car, and then you got another piece, and then you got another piece, and it was like all anybody cares about is the car. They don't want the diorama stuff that comes with it. Why didn't they just put it all together and say, if we get to here, we'll build it?
Well, I think it was a very good experiment to put out there as a crowdsource. I mean, you got one of the most popular castings out there, so let's put that out there first and see how it happens. Now, maybe if they would have went, targeting a different audience as opposed to us older musclehead guys with a 55 gasser and went with a JDM product, maybe it would have went. I don't know, but it had worked, there definitely would have been more of that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion. I'm shocked that the 55 gasser didn't hold the weight and didn't make it through. To Brent's point, the price point, it was too much for me personally. Had it come out, I probably would have eventually bought one on the secondary market, but I think it was a great experiment, good try. I don't know if they'll come back with it. I would hope they would. And I think if they do come back with it, they will probably try, my opinion, talk to nobody at all in the know, that they might try to do it as some type of JDM product. Yeah.
Maybe it's something that you guys can ask when you see any of the Mattel guys at the Nationals.
Yeah.
What their thought on it, or actually, they won't even come out and tell you this is what happened. So, but it's to me, I think price point was pretty big, and then just how many we gonna make, and it had to be feasible because making the molds is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
They have to make their money back on the molds and the time it took to design the car, design the molds, just it's everything, and it's all new product. That's all new, all new stuff for them. So it normally takes a long time to recover from something like that, and for it not to have that many people that want it, just I'm sure was not feasible.
Well, somebody's gonna buy a flashlight for you, Brent. So if you lose your lights,
I have a really cool flashlight. It'll be in my pocket at Nationals. It's an
You,
LED.
you won't need it in my room.
No, not in yours. But it's a little LED. It looks like a Zippo lighter, and it's got like 30
It's
different
bright.
like.
I've seen it.
It's super amazing. I don't know. I found it on TikTok one night, and I was like, I gotta buy that. It was like $12, and I carry it with me every day. It's just the greatest thing.
I think Mike had to go to the bathroom.
Well, two of it. Well, the two guys on top, the old guys.
Let's see here.
Hot Wheel Hunter wants to know if there's any possibility that some of those 55 gasser crowdsourced survived. I know.
You know, there's at least one or
At
two
least
of
one.
them. Because there was because Brendan had a 3D printed one in LA. So you know there's a 3D printed one, and I'm pretty sure that there's probably a pink one that they used for the photographs. So there's probably at least two of those 118-55 gassers out there, and where they'll probably end up is either A, locked in a vault for the next 35 years, or B, it'll be at either LA or a convention. It'll be an LA convention, or it'll be at Nationals, and it'll go up as a charity auction.
Never know.
Yeah, we'll either never see it again, or it'll go up as a charity auction.
Yep.
And if it goes up as a charity auction, it's going to get.
It'll get crazy.
That one would be one to be in the room and watching.
Yeah.
Because there would be people yelling from all over the place because everybody would be on the phone with their friend. Dude, you got to have it. Just And
Opening bid of $1,000.
no, opening bid would be like $5,000.
Yeah.
You know, if it was
something that was never gone into production, and there was only a handful of them out there, and it was a gasser, and it was and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, look at the what was it, the Aura 2 that Mike Strauss and Amy were bidding on back and forth. What'd that go for? $10K?
Yeah, $10,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So can you imagine what that gasser would go for? That
Oh yeah, it would be through the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, and I had to let the
They're
dog
going.
out. I didn't have to go potty. The dog had to go potty.
Oh, well, somebody went potty. I was going to say, if this was the 80s, you know, that stuff would have ended up in the trash because nobody saved anything back then.
Or
like
Bruce's
we do
house.
now.
Yeah. Bruce Pascal would end up with it 10 years down the road.
somewhere.
Somebody's shoebox, you know?
Yeah.
I found this.
I've got a few here. I've got 4 or 5.
I don't know. I think Terry Farrell might go after that one if it ever came up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question. I know he would have been first one out there with it.
Well, since he owns the one of one.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Right.
What do you think? How many times have you ridden in that, Mike?
Just once.
Just once?
Just once.
Yeah.
That was at Walker's Memorial.
Yeah, we drove it around the night before and then trailered it up, and that was good. That's a good.
Did not hold back at all when we went out there.
No.
It was to the boards and went through all
Sideways.
It went where it wanted to go. He just pointed it.
We went sideways a couple times.
Yeah, the road wasn't bad that we were on.
Didn't you haul it?
Huh?
Well, I had gone to Terry's house. I stayed the night. Went to a local car show by his house in Madison, and then we ended up trailering it because it was a good little ride from the house to
right
Manitowoc.
Yeah.
So we trailered it. We had to go get a trailer for it and loaded it up that morning, and yeah.
Can you imagine if you're a Hot Wheel collector just cruising down the interstate and just be like, just be like, wait a minute,
Right.
I know that car.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you a great story. I'll tell you a great story on that. So we went to the DMV before to get the title transferred, and we're told the girl at the title at the DMV. Terry's telling her, I'm just kind of there, and he says, "Yeah, I need this title back. This is the original title. I need this title back." She's like, "Well, why?" And we told her, Hot Wheel, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. And she's like, "Really?" I think I know that car. And we go, and I've never seen DMVs with windows before. And we go, did it look like that? And we pointed out the window, and she goes, oh my God, it's really there. We're like, yeah. So she's helping us out trying to get the title back after the fact. It took a little process. Terry did get it back. So Terry looked at me, I looked at him, and it's like, okay, I'll be right back. Run outside to the car, grab her a couple of Hot Wheels, and go, give these to your kid. She was like, oh my God, I got the real ones right there, and I got this one. Oh, it was fantastic story.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I
Yeah.
love doing stuff or hearing those things, that people do, and it's I made a card for card theft cover.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. I've got a patch on the wall right there of it, and as Mr. Lincoln's Toy Show said, Hot Wheels, it's not just about the money; it's about the people you meet along the way.
Amen.
Amen. Definitely.
Now Terry is planning on taking that car on the power tour this year.
Nice.
So
We'll have to see if it's coming anywhere near this area.
right.
Because I would love to see that one in person. I got to see the Trans Am in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did.
So I have a video of that on a thumb drive, and as he's driving away, and I'm just like, it's like it's super cool because he had it up there in LA in 18. So
all right,
when I was there, but yeah, I think we've
pretty much exhausted.
I think we've cracked the almost 3 hour mark.
Well, we got 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go.
Wow.
I don't know.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
We've been live for 2 hours and 56 minutes. And Joe's been here for most of it too, which has been awesome.
Well, I was watching for the most part, and then you lost the internet, and I'm like, man, poor Kent, he's out there by himself. So, Mike, I apologize. I wasn't trying to crash your interview in any way, shape, or form, bud. I love you to death. You're my brother.
Of course, brother, of course.
No, there was no structure for tonight, so this worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
So it's like every other show you've done.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We tend to wing it a little bit more than we probably should.
Well,
That's what makes it fun.
leave it to the viewers to ask all the questions. So.
Yeah, and
and they
worked
did a
out
great
really
job.
well tonight. Everyone did an amazing job, and I'm very happy for it.
Yeah, I apologize if we missed your question. I know some of you guys asked a couple of times, but we tried to get it up there as best we can. Yes, it was nice to meet you as well, Chuck. If we see you in Atlanta, please say hi to us because I don't know if we've ever met you before.
Yeah. We're
a lot of people don't have their name on their Facebook and stuff like that, and or Instagram. So people come up to you and they go, "Oh yeah, we talked about this and that." And it's like,
yeah,
no idea. But if you said, "Hey, yeah, I'm Bob Thompson," we talked about. Oh yeah, I remember that. So a lot of people know who I am, but I can't see you, and I don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you're Tina's husband. I know that guy.
Right. That's exactly how it goes. But yeah, just like I said, introduce yourself and say, hey.
100%.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very nice.
All right. So we've come down to the most important part of the night, the carnage that has to happen here.
It doesn't have to happen.
Well, it's got to happen. I'm going to go with this.
All right.
Since we talked about some JDM junk.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, I don't feel bad. You open up JDM stuff.
Oh, I got you, Mike. I got you. Don't worry about it.
I do like how they're doing a lot more Euro stuff. That makes me happy.
As he struggles to fight cardboard.
Yeah, whatever. Don't worry, the pups will be down to clean it up later.
This way. Okay.
See, mine's right in front of me, so I don't have to. My camera on.
I wasn't prepared, man. I'm just, jumping into.
I hear you.
Miata and redo of the Pandem.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
You want to go, Joe? Or you want me to go?
I can go. So I had to jump up earlier because I had to go get a car for the wife. She's doing a baby shower thing, and
there you go.
Unfortunately, this was the one I gave her, and the young lady's having a girl, so this is what I got left.
Hey, you get a free
The only thing again, not prepared. It's a boy.
There you go.
Yay!
So
All right.
So,
What else we got with?
in honor of where we'll be at next week, I'm going to open the 1962 Ford F100 from the Columbus Nationals. This was my extra one. So
we're going to Columbus. I thought we were going to Atlanta.
we're going to Atlanta, but I said in honor of last
He's going to
year's.
Columbus.
I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
going
you go to Columbus. I thought he was going to open a paddy wagon because we're all going to go to jail.
No, I need to bring mine so that I can have you autograph it though.
Oh yeah, that one.
There
Cool.
we go. One
So
last
$1
question for
card.
tonight. How do you
This
guys
is how we do it.
rip open higher dollar cards?
Oh.
I can't bring myself to do high dollar cards. Buy them cheap. Plain and simple. That's the easiest way I can describe it. Is buy them as cheaply as possible, and then it doesn't hurt. So well, that rolls really well. And that truck is really pretty.
When I see guys at the red line,
Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, the liberation.
No,
It's like-
I'm leaving the room.
I have a mint one here. I would gladly give you. Just give me the one in the package. You know, I cannot open up anything that's of historical value.
Well, that's different.
But no,
Yeah.
those guys rip open. You know,
Yeah, I've seen it.
$1,000 red lines. And,
Yeah, I've seen it, and it just makes me sick. And
yeah.
But then again, there's people that like what I just did. This convention card, you can't do that. Why not? I have another one carded. This one's the highest of the numbers that I had, and they roll. They
But you
roll
know what?
so much better. And that thing is heavy.
The numbers are only the package. That's not the card.
I know. That's the thing. Yeah.
People don't get that.
What's the highest dollar card? What's the highest card you ever opened up, Mike?
Me? I don't open up anything.
Huh?
Absolutely not. I will not take something that is in a card and open it up when I got tons of loose ones.
Even if you had two of them.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm a historian. Every time something like that gets ripped open, then there's less of the world to enjoy later on.
Yeah.
Now, I get where you're coming from, Mike, and I've been told no twice by Brent not to open something, and one of them was
they're still not opened either,
and they won't be.
Yeah, because tell them what the one is for sure. Not the Mercedes isn't that big of a deal.
Well, it's still a French carded Mercedes. The other one is the.
Why would you rip open a French card?
No, I agree. I gotta agree on that one.
You know,
I did.
Well, he paid $6 for it.
But I told you they're all dollar cards to me. But their significant value is just so much more.
Yeah.
You know.
Now this is the other one I got told no on,
and I told him no about 4 years ago
when it wasn't what it was.
Is that a Cobra?
The 427 RLC Carroll Shelby Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told him no when it was at like 400, and I think it's at like 12 now. So
you know, the thing is, what it's worth in the package, like the 271, what it's worth in the package and what it's worth out of the package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When it's a high dollar car, I mean, I have ripped open Barbie cars and Barbie monster trucks, for Paisley.
Yeah.
They were
see, like
$40-$50.
Like this one.
So
it's just cool to me.
But yeah, that's all the only stuff I've ever ripped open. I got so many Barbie Corvettes down there, just rip them open and race them, play with them.
Yeah.
The only time I ever got nervous about opening an actual car was when we were in Charlotte and we got handed carded red lines, and you're like, "Here, do this," and we were outside. And there's concrete and rocks all over the place, and we're like, "How do you get this open without dropping it?"
Now that's a good looking truck.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen it out in its full entirety.
But that looks so much better than being in that box where you can't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But the neat thing about the packaging is that they kind of had it so you could see the back of the truck. So when it was in there,
But you can put it back in there without messing up the back.
yeah, and you can, but I mean, I'm not gonna because it's actually probably gonna go up in this area with my K5 Blazers, even though it's a Bronco, but it's still cool. So
That's what I was.
I like this era of cars.
But yeah, I can't bring myself to rip and open something of historical value, you know.
That's what I loved about the ID cards. You could open those, take them out, put them out on display, and then you can put them back into the box and not even harm anything.
Right.
Yep.
You just got to cut the piece of tape and you're good to go.
And there's people that lose their minds over that piece of tape.
Oh yeah, when I open up the master set, you know, and I take everything out of the master set.
Yeah.
You know, I'm slicing the tape here and there, and they're like, "Oh, you opened it up." I was like,
It's a dollar card.
"Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know,
Even the supers.
yeah." So
Yeah.
I would trade a super treasure hunt for a rare variation in a heartbeat.
Oh, all day long.
Yep.
In a heartbeat,
Yep.
All day long.
you know.
Yep.
So
I would trade my candy striper for something that I really, really, really wanted. Because I can
it's
find another candy
all in
striper.
all in what makes you happy. What makes you know what you collect.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's two cars I won't ever open. The Dallas Convention finale car, 55 gasser. I have number 55.
Oh,
And the 30 convention, my 55 panel with my badge number on the back.
Right. Yeah.
It's the only two I'll never open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they all have different meanings to different people.
Yeah.
Ken,
Yeah.
what are you doing, man? Are you just
Showing the
does-
car.
opening stuff?
No, we're not opening this because this one's actually signed by Joe.
Hey! You know that's an error now, right?
Yes.
That's an error.
Well, it's not an error. It's a
It's-
prequel. No.
It's a variation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Well,
just have
because
to
it says sergeant, now it's a lieutenant.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
So I say it's an error.
They'll just have to make another one.
Yes.
Are you kidding? If my granddaughter and wife were in the room when that happened, I would have cried like a baby, and I was pretty darn close too. I was pretty darn close.
I have video of you
Yes,
finding out about it. So
yes.
if you look really, really close.
Here's the bad part. We all hate leaks. I hate the leaks. Hate it.
Oh.
2 days before we left, or the weekend before the convention, my buddy says, "Hey, you want to see the finale?" I'm like, "Whatever, not really." And he shows me a blurry picture on his cell phone, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a cop car. Okay, cool." Thank God he did not have a clear picture, because I would have been so mad and so bummed,
Mhm.
And
when all these different places that people go to, I sign NDAs with Mattel, so if I know something's coming out, I don't say a word.
right.
And all these other places get tons and tons of views because they sneak all that stuff out.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I know how much it bothers Mark and Jennifer. I know how much it bothers the guys at Mattel. But they do, and I don't think it's fair, because I like to be surprised.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
If I find out I'm getting something for my birthday or Christmas before it happens, I'm upset.
Yeah.
It takes
I
the
like
fun out of it.
surprises. So
Yeah. It's like, okay, Christmas is coming. What are you going for Christmas? Well, hey, I'll take you shopping for it. We'll buy your gifts, wrap them all up, and you can't open them till Christmas Day.
Mhm.
What fun is that? It's no surprise. The raw emotion. It's like people ask all. You get asked all the time. I get asked all the time. Where's the next nationals? Where's the next convention? What's the finale card? What's this? I don't ask. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I will not ask.
Yeah.
I just think it ruins it. I mean,
It does.
yeah, it does because there's people out there that ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just wait and see what happens, and like your car, If you had known about it before it was presented, how do you think Mark and Jennifer would feel about that?
Yeah, and if I'd have known it and I'd have had to fake the response, they'd have known it. They'd have known it, and I couldn't do that to them. I love them too much, and I was so glad that I only had a blurry picture of it. And to be honest, CRS is a real thing. I forgot all about it being a cop car even until I opened it and went. And then I'm like, Mike, I can't read this. Give me your glasses.
Yeah. You look close, Joe. Look what's on there, and you're looking like, why are you showing me? Oh, cool, it's a cop car. And then when you saw your name on there and your badge,
I had to borrow your glasses.
You were like, holy crap! Yeah, so that's those are the cool, important things. And when they leak all the cars and stuff, it's like,
Yeah, it just takes away from the atmosphere. It takes away from the point of going to the show and getting there. To you're paying to get to the experience these events and these cars, and you just it like you said, kind of like taking a birthday away. It just kind of sucks.
When I get to go in to the dinner early.
Yeah. So
when I have the dinner car in my hand and everybody's outside waiting, if it was some of the other people, they'd be posting that up in a heartbeat. Oh, look what I got!
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't post that. I don't say that. This is the dinner car. I wait for everybody to come in and say, "Oh, here," they get surprised.
Yeah.
And, but
yeah, I was able to keep the finale last year completely unknown. I knew it was a Porsche. That's the only thing I knew. I didn't know which one it was. I didn't know what model. And I didn't know the color, I didn't know the wheel design, nothing. And I'm riding down the elevator, and everybody's already got them in their hands, and I'm literally doing this, staring at the ceiling, and when I finally got it put in my hands and looked down, that was the first time I got to see it.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute nightmare to try to keep that a secret. I fought all week long, and people kept, "Oh, you want to know? You want your picture?" I'm like, "No,
I don't want to know."
And unfortunately, just scrolling Facebook today, and I think I know what this one's going to be, and it's like, and it wasn't on any crazy page. It was just one of my friends shared it to somebody else, and
because they follow this other site. That puts them out there, and Brendan has said, he gets upset because somebody is releasing the picture of his car before he can have the pleasure of releasing the picture of his car.
Yep.
And Matt and Julian do the same thing. It's here we are all excited about. We want to present what we did.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's people in Malaysia or wherever, and they're sneaking the pictures, and they say, "Oh, look what's coming out," and here it is, and so it really, I know it really bothers those guys.
Well, it takes away from their efforts and their work that they're doing.
Yeah.
And it just they want to be recognized not in like a look at me type of way, but they want to be recognized and appreciated for what they're doing too. And it's just
right. Here's what I did for you.
Yes.
It's the joy you get when the person is surprised. It's like, when I give my granddaughters a gift or something on their birthday or Christmas or something, and it's like, that feeling. That's what they want to see from us. It's the same feeling. It's like the appreciation of that work being appreciated, that gift, that joy. That's what they want. And I hate that people are robbing them of it. I hate that they're robbing me of this is so cool. It's like, that was always the fun,
Yeah. And most of them don't go to the convention anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
they just want to buy it and resell it and make a dime off it. It's like,
so
or get clickbait.
They don't have big rooms full of toys like this.
If they do, all they do is got price tags on them because all they want to do is resell it.
Yeah.
I love those guys that have the string with the with little price tag and how much it's written on it on every single car that they've got.
And they never update
Ah.
it. Yeah.
I walk over and I pick up one and I see $425 for a $10 car.
Yeah.
I just walk right by.
That's a whole nother story.
We were at a show one year, and there was a guy that had $12 on mainline cars.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
new main lines.
Yeah, like ones that you could literally drive down the street to Target and buy. He had $12 on it.
Which he probably got that day of the show.
Yeah. And by the end of the show, his table pretty much looked like it did about 8 hours prior. So, because everybody was like, no. This doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah. Well,
another
I think
show for another time.
Yes, let's do another time because we have officially, I think, crossed into the longest show ever. 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
But yet, we've got 17 very dedicated people here yet tonight, and we appreciate every one of them.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out.
Yeah.
No doubt. Thanks for letting me crash it, Mike.
Anytime.
Hey, it's their show. I was just here for the beer. Or soda.
Water.
All right.
Yeah, my water's all gone.
Yeah, I'm about gone. So
I'm on E.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, Joe. It's always fun,
Yeah.
We appreciate all you guys.
Post Atlanta wrap up
with the same crew.
You already ripped open all your cars, so
no.
Oh, don't worry. I'll have more.
Yeah, Atlanta. That we might have to think. That might be fun. Get together in a couple of weeks and do the same thing again and talk about all the fun we had.
Why not?
Not all the fun.
No.
Not all the fun.
No, not all the fun.
Yeah.
Just most of it.
Most of the fun.
Some of it.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you all.
I'm in.
We'll see you all guys next week sometime. We'll be live throughout the whole week. We'll do little snippets here and there. We will be at the Hardy filming at the request of the Hardy folks. And we're going to give you all a good show. And we'll say hi to Mike and Joe and everybody else. We get to see our friends from Baltimore and South Carolina.
Bring me a hat. Bring me a hat.
Yeah. He needs a hat.
I'll wear it.
We'll find
you
one.
Bring it, I'll wear it.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody. We're out.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining in.